That is quite all right. So,
Did you have to tell him you had to go be Randy Savage now?
I've told him about this character, and he thinks it's pretty funny.
so
By
who
the way,
wants to talk about last game?
let's see. Last game.
Last game I couldn't talk and Lyshana had to miss it, but basically we had a discussion. We made Bran use a uh I made Bran use a what's it called, the potion at the true site so we could examine our Maxina. Because we were talking about the Chaos Storm, I think, and basically our plan
Yeah.
about like, are we going to tell the guys this? Are we going to what are we going to let them know? And then he ended up actually like literally inserting his head into our Maxina by going ethereal, and then uh
We yelled at
saw the
the
lock,
flag.
saw the I'm talking, saw the locks on on her heart, uh, realized that then tried to use a word power of creation, kind of, or thought about it, almost killed himself, got out of Armaxina, found a destiny bond. He didn't see what was inside Rose because Rose wasn't there. Kellen, and brought up once again how weird he thinks that Kellen is with us because he's like normal
Normal.
in comparison. In comparison to us, I mean, he's the only psionic. I don't think that's very normal. um, he's also a wrestler. That's not very normal. Um, then what
You had,
else?
then you had to talk.
Then we had the talk. We discussed. Oh right. We informed each other information. Like Clash revealed that Clash found out that their contact's probably dead in the in the what's the place called, the Slag,
Yeah.
and that person was pretty high level, so that it probably is a pretty big cult if they're dead. Since they were like one of the heads of the trade guilds. Uh, so we sent, after arguing for a while, we sent Soul and Roots to go be spies there to find out about the cult. Things like that, establishing where we are, establishing ideas. Catching Will up on stuff was honestly the first hour and a half to make
Hmm.
sure we were all on the same page. And then we had the talks where we revealed. What did we not reveal? I can't remember. We didn't reveal Derek. We didn't reveal
The Chaos Storm.
the Chaos Storm. That wasn't really relevant to telling them. We didn't reveal that Siri was created by the God things, I think. Yeah, we didn't mention
No.
that. So we then all said, hey, we need a way to the airplane. And suddenly, turns out, who'd have funked it? The one other Aarakocra in this entirety of a series is from the airplane.
Which I
And
would
he
like to
actually had
which I would like to point out something. He was from the elemental plane of air since the day I added him into this game.
well, yeah, no shit. You said on the creation of Aarakocra, they're from the airplane. It was
I
obviously they're from Airplane the movie,
I respect calling this the elemental plane of air, the airplane.
right? It's got to be called the airplane of Leslie Nielsen. Um, and then turns out, yeah, he's got shit from there, so I can craft a thing that gets us straight there. Oh, and we got to all stay together. We'll be moving 10 times faster than normal, so if we separate, we will die because there's like creatures. Don't make any deals with anybody there because the Jinn are going to be in the main area we're in, and you just cannot make any sorts of deals or bargains or whatever with them, or you'll be trapped there or something like that. And we're pretty confident this Chaos Storm is probably something Derek's done, but also that the people have been dying there anyway. Like, it's kind of deserted a bit of natural Aarakocra. I can't remember. Was that said by Horace the Y?
Not really. He didn't really say it was deserted. He just said they are
You said.
sparse. They're sparse tribes.
Oh, I thought he was saying that there was an issue before even the storm came. That there was like people were leaving.
No.
I misunderstood. And he had no one left there, which I thought was weird. I assume he had some family or something or friends. I guess we don't know how long he's actually been gone. But yeah, he won't come with us because he's a coward. And Armaxina has an airship that we could literally use to safely travel around there.
Yes, I do.
Oh, and Armaxina tried to flirt with Horace, and everyone in the party just went, "Shut up!" Like everyone in the party. I just want to bring up that was very funny how everyone in sync just shot Armaxina down.
I'm not trying to flirt with everyone. There's some very specific people.
Sees a way to go by and say, "Evening, madam." Immediately goes to flirt.
You help me raise my 2 children.
And I do believe the last thing is Horace said it would take him a day or two to get the sliver of ice and steel.
Yeah. Are we heading to Typhoon then? The ice and steel place?
I believe so.
So we're not actually heading straight to the airplane then, we're heading to the bit between the airplane and the earthplane.
No. It's the Citadel of Ice and Steel is like almost smack dab in the middle, sort of.
Oh, but your other information of the airplane I wrote down was that that place is a place, but it's also like that's where the Jinn are because it's close to where the earth, air, and fire connect.
It is. But
Oh, okay.
remember, Jinn only come from the elemental plane of air. Down only come from the elemental plane of earth. And the Ifrit only come from the elemental plane of fire.
Oh, I have a question, Jim.
Yeah.
Who is heart of the planes? We got earth, wind, fire. Who's heart?
That's up to you to decide. But yeah, you guys have a couple days for
Well, I was
Horace.
combined. We are fucked.
Yep. And so
Sorry.
let's go in order. Kellen, is there anything you want to do in these couple days?
I didn't really have anything specific in mind.
Okay. Bran, I will say that Bran was probably going to divvy up resources because that was asked for. We'll just worry about that when he comes in.
Don't forget, Kellen already nicked 100,000.
Yeah.
So you don't need more, do you, Kellen?
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think anybody saw that happen.
Nope.
You didn't roll for it.
No, he rolled stealth.
No, I was there. I saw it, and I never see stealth stuff.
You did not see
No.
it. You
No,
rolled
see,
a
I'm-
20-some.
If I remember right, I rolled like a 28 or a 29 or something on my stealth roll at that time.
Yeah, you guys were all being distracted by the booze of all the other miners. In fact, I don't even know if Kellen stole your winning specifically. He just
Yes,
stole
he
money
did.
that was on
Yeah.
the table.
No, he specifically then told us. Nick said, "I took money from what we won."
Okay. So, regardless, there's nothing you want to do. Bros, you had a task, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, you're looking for bounties. What kind of bounties are you looking for?
Someone nasty enough that I wouldn't feel bad sacrificing them to make a bag.
Alright, in town or out of town?
We out of town?
Looks at Bort.
Alright, there's always somebody who needs brought in. But the question is, can you get there in 2 days and back? Unless you don't care about the time frame.
It's a good question. Well, I do care about the time frame. I imagine.
Alright, then you're probably looking for a local bounty.
Yeah.
Alright.
It helps if she needs it.
It would certainly help.
I mean, since I'm not doing anything specifically, I could if Rose wants to tell me what she's doing.
Rose?
The real question is, are you okay with working with our Maxina?
Am I okay with working with our Maxina?
You have tried to kill her recently.
Not kill, just beat senseless.
That was because he attacked one of my friends.
Yeah.
He was making one of my friends, feel pain, so I thought he should feel pain. Maybe just a different kind.
The intent was not death by any means.
I mean, if it helps, I did work with our Maxina in the past
Mm-hmm.
It's
with the spiders.
yes, it's more
That is true.
fair. Yeah, it's more our Maxina is needed for the ritual, and we would be getting the materials, as it were.
Alright, I can help you.
Rocket.
Alright. Now then,
For the way that Kellen feels about the whole situation between him and our Maxina is like, he got his anger out, he made his point clear, so as long as our Maxina respects that, then they won't have an issue.
We're gonna have issues.
Yeah, I would say our Maxina respecting. They didn't even apologize. Not to you, anyway.
I mean, what
They
are they?
just went-
What is our Maxina supposed to say?
Not daddy, it's cold in here. I'm going to feed the babies.
The babies were.
alright. So, the two of you are working to collect a local bounty. Now, there is a bounty out for, well, not specifically for an individual, but there is a want for someone has been committing serial lacerations. Someone's been specifically going, finding people, and not killing them, but actually marking their skin, cutting into them almost ceremoniously. And there is a want to bring this guy to justice. He seems to be your best bet.
Is he wanted dead or alive?
He's wanted gone.
Gone. Okay. I'm okay with this. So, that being said, do we recognize what the markings are intended for?
The two of you... Zoom Snyder. The two of you make either Arcana or History checks.
You good with
Separately.
either? Oh, separately.
That we both make one or the other.
Yeah, you both make one or the other.
Is it Arcana or History?
Correct. Not bad. It's hard to say specifically, but from like asking around, finding some of the victims, the markings are usually on the left side of the body, and they're usually consisted of a V shape that is cut in, pretty deep to almost muscle deep. From what you can tell, this seems to be some kind of marking ritual. Like it's trying to say, this is a susceptible target. This is a susceptible sacrifice.
Hmm.
That's the Arcana. On History, you would know that this isn't the first time someone has been a serial slasher, that's what I should have said earlier, and committed these crimes. And it was, again, for a ritual of power. Basically, marking all of your victims, ensuring that you have instilled fear, and using that fear as a power source. Sort of low-level lichdom, in a way.
Okay. Alright, definitely have to find this person.
All right. Make me an investigation check as you are talking with people and trying to figure out, where he is in town.
Both of
Alright.
us or just Rose?
Either or. However you two want to do it.
Let's
I get a plus 11 if you want to. If you
Yeah,
have,
I'll
or
help.
I can give you advantage, or you can give me advantage.
I shall give you advantage. I only got a 6.
30.
Kellen, between your talking to individuals, which there's a lot of scared people, and when they see a member of the Wolfpack come in, they start to feel better. But it's your psionics that does more of the work. You start to notice that there is a similarity in the brain pattern of all the people who've been marked. They are very passive. They are quiet. And you also notice that they are from some of the poorer districts. So you get the impression that this individual is probably hunting around Ushifu's people in the borough. You also know that this guy tends to strike around in the afternoon. Not at night, but just before dusk.
I'll relay that to Rose.
Okay. So, would it be possible to get the scent of the blood of some of the victims and track the blood to its source? I mean,
It's possible. If you have a general area of where you're going, and between the two of you, you definitely know his type. I would say, yeah, you can make a survival check to find out.
alright. I'll use one of my
Of
win.
course.
I was gonna say I'll give you advantage on this one.
That's okay. This magical animal is taking one for the team here.
I mean, you're going to succeed. I might as well not even have you roll. Man, I'm glad you can't use that in combat.
Usually, it takes preparation to use it, or at least like 3 turns.
Yeah.
Not viable.
Alright. So between the two of you, stalking in... Sorry, not the burrows, the shales. You guys are... Actually, give me stealth checks. Both of you. Because as you're hunting, I presume you don't want to be found yourself. And you guys slip into the crowds. Jumping... Actually, between the two of you, you could just run along the tops of buildings, scouting out. Looking around. And with your survival check, you find an area that hasn't been hit yet. And that kind of... You find an alleyway that doesn't have any marks or any blood trains at all, and that kind of sticks out to you. And something about your intuition says here. He's going to try and make his mark here. And about an hour before sunset, you can see some poor individuals just cutting, like a young aqua elfin individual is just cutting through this alleyway, going on their business, and popping out of one of the manholes, you can see an individual lunge out at her. What do you do?
Is there a knife in their hands?
There isn't.
How far away is the individual?
You guys are on the roof, so you're about 10 or so, 15 feet maybe?
So is he kind of like coming out of the manhole? Like is the manhole cover still on top of him?
It's like he popped out, the manhole flipped open because it's on a hinge, and he is just rushing at her.
Am I able to
And-
jump on top of him? Just like
Absolute-
elbow drop from the top of the building.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, brother.
Declare non-lethal, please.
Well, yeah, I don't want to kill him. I just kind of want to knock him out. So
If you hit, it's gonna work. Yeah, the people still will. So you're gonna fall 15 feet. So you only spend one sign, one key. For an extra 66 damage. And he needs to make a strength. First you need to roll to hit.
oh shit, hang on. That'll be the damage if I hit him. And then I need to add a D8 to that if I hit him.
I mean, he's down. I'm gonna roll to see if he can stay unproned. $15 plus nothing because he's a mook. Does that beat your save?
I don't believe so. Like my save is 19.
Yeah. So as this woman is like recoiling in almost pain, wham! Just off the top ropes, camera flashes going off everywhere. You just drop down onto this guy's back and you laminate him into the groundwork.
I'm gonna look back up at Rose and be like, I got the name.
And as he's prone, he's like, no, it must be done. It must be done. And he's like actually trying to climb out of being prone to like go at her again. Like he's ignoring you to try and get up and then go at her.
Alright.
Rose.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, he's unconscious. Never mind. I am terribly sorry. You knocked him the fuck out.
Oh, I knocked him completely out?
Yeah, he's just a serial slasher, man. He ain't got nothing.
Well, you know.
So he's got more of this no, and just falls unconscious. And you can see where his as you I presume tie him up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You can see up his right sleeve there isn't a blade. There's a bill hook, just the tip of a bill hook that is just attached to his wrist. So all you need to do is like place his hand on your shoulder and then rend downward. That is
Okay.
not a very efficient weapon, but it's guaranteed to make the exact same cut every single time. There's a level of forethought in this that's dangerous.
Okay. At this point, we're gonna call our Maxina onto the scene. Or actually bring this one to our Maxina.
Alright. You bring it to our Maxina's church and laboratory and ritual site. Our Maxina.
Yes.
You try to get a hold of Horus, and Horus has already left through the teleportation circle. But you know they'll be back in a day or so.
Just hi, this is Horace. Sorry I can't come to the phone right now. Bastard.
More or less. But you do get a message saying to come to your church from Rose.
I'm just like, ooh, it's Rose. This must involve a body. Just hurries over.
In fact, Kellen, do you think you could investigate where the guy came from and maybe screw up his ritual site in case someone else stumbles upon it and tries to finish it?
well, yeah, I mean, I'll go back down the manhole and see if I can figure out where he came from.
Give me an investigation check, Kellen.
Do I get advantage?
Not for this, no, unfortunately.
That's okay.
So, Kellen, you split off while Rose takes him to Armaxina's church. Kellen, you fall down, and it's not too hard. The dude's been leaving footprints in, not sewer. It is a manhole, but it's more of a storm drain. There is an actual waste down here, but there is mud and moss, and it looks like this individual has been waiting here for a while. And you can see the footprints that he's left. You can see actual carvings in the wall, like he's been practicing his swings. And it doesn't take you long to follow them back to his little rat's nest. And in there, it is not a pretty sight. There is jars of mysterious fluids. There are refuse everywhere. There's actual sewage here. There are pipings that have been burst and repaired hastily, like he was trying to cover up his mining. And he has been digging almost near the center of the barony. Just about. And he's blocked off all these walls with miscobbled bricks. To anyone who actually knows what they're looking for, it's obvious there's something hidden here, but to your average person, it just looks like shitty brickwork. And in the center, you can see manuscripts, books that have been just soiled with who knows what, and all of them have the same writings of power and summoning. All of them look like they're trying to bring something back. And that's... Yeah?
I was gonna say, can I like gather up all of like the books and everything and
Oh, absolutely.
take them with me?
Absolutely. But it's, when you gather it up, with a 28 you realize something. All of the sites that he's attacked, and he has them marked up on a big board. It's horribly drawn, but it's obvious it's the city. And you can see that he's been hitting other places along the city as well, not just the shale. All of the places that he hits are traveler shrines. Shrines specifically to the traveler.
Yeah, I'm gonna like snatch like all the maps and stuff off the wall too.
The map is just drawn on with like paper and possibly blood.
Okay. But it's not I can't
It-
take
it's-
it down.
No, it's like engraved into the wall. But you could take some loose paper and draw a rough map about it. With a 28, you succeed handily. Like, it won't get framed on the fridge, but it'll definitely get the point across.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just like sketch little places as to where he's been and where he plans to go.
And you can always come back here as well. Yeah, this place is not like set to destroy. Although it smells like it. Ooh. But while you're spending time in the sewer, Armaxina and Rose, the two of you enter into Armaxina's occultic research, where you have everything prepared, if I recall.
Yes.
You have the skin of something that screams, the sinew from a fast-running animal. You have the cries of a child in pain. And now in the center of this big circle, this circle which also etched in blood, candles, incense, and now that you've noticed it, it has sort of this mossy texture that has been growing on the blood, almost like mold. And this room feels dark. There's lights everywhere. And yet the room still feels too dim. With deft hands, you assemble the bag. The bag from the skin, sewn together with the sinew, filled with the cries of a child. And as you hold the bag, it is disgusting. Because neither of you know what the hell you're doing with this. So it is a horrible, horrible looking thing. And yet somehow, when the both of you look upon it, It feels perfect. You take, following Armaxina's ritual, you take the man, you sit him down in the center of it, and he starts, struggling as he tries to break his bonds. No, I must continue. I must continue. I need it. And he rants and laments in some lunacy. You take
At
your
this point,
new...
I'm taking his bill hook.
I assumed you did.
Yeah, okay.
As he begins to struggle, almost laying on the floor now, you take the bag and you place the bag over his head. It's like, no, I can't be silenced. I can't be silenced. And as you place
Turns
the
out
bag,
you can.
as you place the bag over his head, he does start to grow quiet. The moss begins to start to vibrate and crawl. Crawling off the blood marks, crawling off the candles, crawling out of the very seams of the walls. It crawls forward. And it begins to latch on to the man. Latch on and climb up his skin. First his feet, then his ankles, then his legs, then his torso, crawling into the bag. And you can hear him begin to gag and suffocate, as you can only assume the moss is crawling down his gullet. And then the crunching happens. Crunch, 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 as the bag begins to slowly travel down the body. It begins to consume him. You can still hear the muffled screams. You can still see the body twitch and kick in pain as the bag begins to continue to crunch, snapping bone, cutting sinew, as it takes about an hour. By the time Kellen gets out of the sewer with the information he's got, this bag has completely consumed this individual. The blood in the right flares up in fire. The candles all go out and reignite in black flames as this bag begins to levitate into the air. You can hear the twisted screams of a damned man being consumed wholly. That's WHOLE. Until darkness. Total and complete darkness.
Hey, wasn't there some other guy here?
Kellen walks into the ritual. And Kellen, you see nothing.
Where'd the other guy go?
What other guy?
Rose looks at her hand very critically, says, "Go fish, Tarmaxina." And looks back to Philip, huh?
Where'd the guy go? You just see, like, Kellen pointing around to the corners, like, where the hell could he have gone?
Well, right now the whole room is completely pitch black. So is anyone gonna like light a torch, or even with dark vision, it is pitch black.
Armaxina just claps their hands and just their clapper candles all come on. All a spooky blue color.
As they do, the ritual circle is gone. The candles have been completely burned to the very edge. And in the center of the room, there is a finely embroidered leather bag with a human face etched on the front. It's small, like a messenger bag. So it can be held by either be held by a small creature or uncomfortably by a medium creature.
Okay. Rose is gonna go over and pick up the bag. And she's gonna take the bill hook and just kind of wave it. This is what we'll need to turn in for the bounty. What'd you find?
Throws down all the books and maps and stuff that he found in the sewer.
Ooh. Haven't read these before.
All of them are scribblings of power, of appeasing things beyond.
Just Armaxina just reading through the pamphlets like someone reading through brochures at a gas station on a vacation.
Yeah. Good chunks of the book have been ruined. You know, scribblings of not enough, or needs more, or just soiled in soil and refuse. But the books are still mostly legible.
Do I catch any distinctive names
No,
or incantations?
not specific names. You do find the pages that he marked out as his ritual. And make me an investigation check.
I will. Rome, where did you go? Where did you come from?
What kind of necro shit have you been up to?
You said investigation, right?
Yes.
Good, because I got a 23.
Which, by the way, Rose, you have a Night Hag's soul bag. And Armaxina, yeah, reading through it, you can see the exact rituals that he was doing. He was carving a rudimentary symbol into his victims to instill fear, to draw the attention of an individual. Specifically, he was doing a ritual of martyrdom. It looks like he had to, on the left-hand side of each of the individuals, the cursed side, they had to cut into them a symbol of who he wants to summon. And as he cut that into them, he would instill fear into them so that they would empower it. The ritual also says that he must do the same thing on himself, but on his right side, his blessed side. But instead of it cursing him, he must hold it with reverence and with great regard, as it is a blessing.
Hey, Kellen, what did you say that mark that he was carving into people looked like?
What did it look like, DM? I can't
It was
remember
a V.
exactly.
It was a V.
A V, that's right, yep.
Not an upwards V, a downwards. So more of an A, sorry. An A without the cross in the middle.
An upside down V.
Yeah, sorry.
An A.
Yes, it's an A.
Yeah, and it's related to the Traveler.
Traveler, isn't that a Faustian?
Someone upside down A hates the Traveler. Hates the Traveler.
No. Trying to summon the Traveler. Trying to get their attention and be blessed by them.
Traveler symbol isn't an upside down V, right?
The traveler
No.
symbol is a doorway.
That's a pretty shitty door if he drew that. He had no art skills. Do I know of any? And the Traveler usually doesn't, care for people to, start cutting people and instilling fear.
Not really his modus operandi, although right now the modus operandi you know of him is he just beats your ass.
Yeah, but so you don't actually know much about him. Flash actually knows the most.
Trust me, I know a lot about the Traveler. He's mean. He likes to punch me.
And throw
He's
cement
mean.
in your neck. Remember, he made you eat cement, literally.
Made me rub my face in the sand.
Told me not to do it again. Maybe
So
look at the
Rosal
mess
asked,
I did.
who's the Traveler?
Oh, he's this jerk of a Faustian.
Make a religion check, Rose. In fact, anyone can.
What kind of-
Rose would... No, actually, no one knows about the shrines, but Clash and Armaxina. Not even Armaxina doesn't know all they are.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
alright. So you may not know too much, Kellen, you don't know too much about the Traveler, but you do know that there are shrines of him located around. People have talked about it in their heads, like, that's weird. Rose
Cool.
and Armaxina,
Secretly about the Traveler,
yeah,
just to say.
you would know that from the open church that the Traveler is Well, supposedly a god. The god of travelers, the god of entertainers. He's also the god of the warrior's path. You know, to travel. Not much else though, as there's not really too much known about them. They are a lesser deity. Although from Armaxina, you would still know that they are a Faustian. So lesser
And they're
deity
mean.
kind of hits the nail on the head.
And they're mean, and they make the rub your face in the dirt. It's just
Mean, and they're mean to me, and they're mean.
And I'll throw you one last bone. You also remember that when Ren tried to push the traveler as a god to the Androgyny, the actual god worshipper, Snake, it was offended that such a thing could be considered a god.
that was before Rose's time.
Long before. That's why I said Armaxina.
Oh,
Because Armaxina was there, and I doubt you remembered that.
Yeah, no, I forgot about the snake one. Yeah, so Armaxina is just telling Rose all about the traveler, and it's like, yeah, and Ren used to worship him, and she's big. She's the one who made all them shrines all over the place, and there was a big snake, and he was a god down under in our basement, and he hated the traveler, and yeah, he just kind of goes around traveling and being merry and punching me in the face.
I would say Clash would told you about the Anjani because Clash would have told you, Rose, never to go down there because the Anjani will kill you, and we need the Anjani.
Oh, okay. See, so you would know that the first thing you said is a challenge, and the second thing you said is what actually stopped her from going.
Yeah.
Anyway, so isn't the Traveler the one that was hanging out at the tavern?
Nope.
And protecting the area? Who was that?
Well, are you asking as a player or as Rose?
As the player, as Rose would remember it.
Rose has never met the Traveler or been around them. Clash is
No,
the
but
only
Clash has
Yes,
talked about
the
one
only
protecting Bastion.
yes, Clash has spoken about has said the Traveler is protecting. That's about all you'd know. So anytime Clash has gone to talk, Clash disappears from your reality.
Well, that and that the
And
if
that
it
the
is Traveler,
dragon
he
is a
has a son.
follower. Yeah. Yeah, the dragon's a follower of the Traveler is what you'd know also.
No, that's a good point. And the dragon's a prolific follower.
Yeah, didn't he have a son here too?
Yes. Clash's friend, yeah.
That's about all she'd know.
No,
Okay.
you know he owned a tavern. You know that he owned a place. That's what you know also. The son owned a place in Portcullis.
Hmm.
Because
So-
Clash gave you pancakes from there.
So, looking at Kellen and Armaxina, like with all of this, what do you think the goal was exactly? Like, what boon were they looking for?
Well, based on the fact that he's written power about 1 billion times, power.
Hmm.
You know, we should have
I-
tortured him more.
Hey, he's serving his time now.
True.
All right, Kellen. On a side note, we've been doing some research on how to extract ki from enemies, and part of the reason why I wanted to take this bounty is in that vein. Just to give you a little background of what we've been doing.
What do you mean extracting key?
Like during a battle, there's creatures and monsters, and I mean, I run out of ki a lot. So I've been trying to figure out ways of taking ki from the enemies during a fight.
Sounds like it could be useful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
I need key as well.
s- well, when I perfect it, I'll see if it can be shared. We're still in the beginning stages of what we're doing. We pats the bag. We have something that might be able to hold the key now, externally. And I think we did something good for the city.
Well, let me know if I can help.
Will do. Alright. Armaxina,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for your aid. Now, we're gonna go turn into the bounty.
No problem, no problem. I have to make dinner for the little ones.
Alright. Automaxina goes to take care of children. Kellen and Rose turned in the bounty, which they don't really believe you at first, but as members of the Wolf Pack, they're not exactly going to tell you no. And as you explain and show everything that you've learned, they will accept it and they'll turn the bounty of 100 gold.
You can have 50, I'll take 50.
Sounds good.
Right. Since I've been kind of distracted with that, Kellen, when are we heading to the next plane? Where are we going?
The airplane,
Oh, the airplane.
right? That's where we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rose wasn't there. Or the player.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Yeah, we're gonna head to the elemental plane of air.
okay. When are we going?
How long has it been, DM?
You guys are waiting on Horus to return with the piece so that Clichetto can build you a key.
Which would take me like 3 days.
Okay, well, I just didn't know how long it took us to do that in relation to the couple days that we had.
Oh, you guys did that in the first afternoon.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
This was a
Yeah, 'cause
level
it's
2
like coming out
quest.
of the womb.
This was a level 2 quest that I gave you guys.
Yes.
Alright.
Alright.
So,
Uh,
while you all are turning in that, Clichetto, what are you doing during this time period?
We was getting the stuff sorted for the free relations that we're working on since we have the money, which we agreed it only actually need to be 50,000.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be making them arc cannons, probably the thing, and then working on some defense designs I have to work out outside of game. Also rebuilding all my stuff now that I have legendary properties. That cost me about 10 grand in 2 days. Actually, only about a day and a half.
Alright.
Apart from my main armor, which I can't reforge or I die.
Yeah.
But yeah, I now have so my other than that, I was making I wanted to make the dispel arrow whenever. Ah shit, I forgot the shop.
That's alright. You still have a couple days.
Yeah, I wanted to remake the dispel arrow if I could, or at least send an enchanter to go do that to one of my great arrows. If they could.
It's easy enough.
And
It'll take about 2 days.
we have a bunch of potions of true side, so I've got like being made. Something else. Oh yeah, I wanted to keep messaging to see if Git does somehow respond.
Over the next day or so, sending a message to Git doesn't get you anything, and you begin working on your armor. We'll worry
I
about
also wait,
shopping in a bit once Brand shows up with the money split.
wait. There is
Yeah.
still something about. I forgot. I wanted to do actually straight after the talks. I wanted to talk to I wanted to talk to the brass bull.
All right, he's in town. Just the brass bull.
Yeah, it was just the brass bull.
All right. You can arrange a meeting, and you'll meet him.
Private talk.
Yeah.
Not a professional talk.
Yeah, it's gonna be one and the same with him. But yeah, you can arrange to get a personal meeting with him. He'll be on one of his He'll be on one of his Factorum flagships. You know, you talk to a guard, the guard talks to another guard, so on and so forth, and eventually they lead you in. They lead you into a large, almost completely steel room. It's kind of gaudy in that way. Steel table, steel walls, steel lanterns, though beautiful lighting, beautiful adornments, and it is functioning like an office. There's actually even pneumatic tubes in the side where you can send messages in and out. And the brass bull will welcome in. Well, howdy. Glad to see you're doing well and all that you're doing. Come in, sit. He gestures you to a seat, which is also made of steel, but it does roll on wheels, which is weird, with little armrests.
Ash sits on it.
It buckles a little, but it holds. So what can I do for you?
We wanted to really talk about your the Slag's cowardice during the marriage of Tailwind. You weren't actually there. We want to talk about that.
I was there.
Why? No, you were not.
Brass bull was there.
No, you said he wasn't there either.
No, the brass bull was gone the first chance he got.
Well, there we go. That's what we want to bring up. You know, you left awfully fast, quite cowardly. How are you aware of what was to occur? We're kind of curious about this.
I'm the mouthpiece of the Emperor. My job is to speak on his behalf, not fight. I'm afraid to say most other diplomats are just that, diplomats. They aren't.
We understand that, but you got away a lot faster than anybody else did. I mean, even leaving a lot of your people trapped in the room.
We sussed something was wrong, hence why we took the precautions we did.
When was the sus?
Right around when you guys started to act weird, chasing things all around. As soon as that
That's what
started to
it always-
happen, we knew to either duck or run.
Really? Insight check? I don't have the insight.
Go right ahead. It's like,
Does you can Clash take a potion before that?
you want to just chug a
It's
potion?
right in front of him?
Right in
yeah,
front
right
of
in
him?
front of him.
All right,
He's
go,
not, yeah.
go right ahead. All right. Could have offered you wine or whiskey,
Yeah, we're not allowed to touch alcohol. It's against our beliefs.
and yet you're drinking a potion.
It's not alcohol.
All right, so
Then you're making him wrong.
I always mix a few Bloody Marys into my health potions.
Makes the redness redder.
Make some
Just
healthier.
picturing Aramax dipping a celery stick into a potion. I'm on a diet.
so that adds +2 because you now have an 18 wisdom.
No, that's with the 18 wisdom.
Oh. He seems to be telling the truth. I mean, and it does kind of make sense. Why the hell would a diplomat stick around for a fight if it's going to be bad?
It's more he left before then, but yeah, gotcha. Okay. So you really do just talk big, and you're as much as exactly like the Emerald Glades talkers, huh?
Ha ha, very funny.
It is funny.
I am the mouthpiece of the Emperor. It is my job to speak and be heard. Ain't nothing else.
Mhm.
So,
So
do you
was
actually
the
have
Emperor-
business, or is your whole deal here just to sass me?
No, we're legitimately curious more about you since we're going to be working more together for longer. And, we feel we should know all of our ambassadors. And we feel out of everyone, you make the least sense. So we want to understand you a bit better. So also we have questions as well because you're the mouthpiece of the Emperor. The Emperor wasn't there, right?
The
Like at
Emperor
all?
was not there.
Was anyone? I mean, I get why. That makes sense. We're not like angry at that or anything. Like, why would he come or they come? But also, a question: is the Emperor? What's their pronouns? So we know.
He, him.
Okay, so it's an okay. So anyway, so yeah, we assumed he wasn't there, but why pretend? Was he actually invited?
The Emperor was invited, but it was
Who
deemed
was?
unsafe.
No, 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 no. See, this is not against you thing. Like he was trying to wipe out all of his enemies, Tailwind, right?
Yeah.
So we know who he called everyone in portcullis. We know who the people, but we didn't actually know who he called of you, and we were curious who he considered you his enemies. Was it just you and the Emperor? Was it anyone else?
There were a few other ranking guild members that were also called by name.
Could are we allowed to know those names? It's for investigation towards like that he's dead, but we don't think that situation's over.
Well, I didn't exactly know them personally, but give me time and I'll find some names for you, if that's what you're after.
Thank you. That would be helpful. We really don't think that whole situation. I mean, are you aware of what actually happened?
I'm aware that something bad happened, and that
Did
whole
you see
thing
what?
was some big ritual to something bad.
Did you see?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
I only know from my reports.
Do you know about like what he turned into, the Avatar?
I'm told there was something to do with a very large dragon, yes.
Yeah, yeah, you saw the dragon.
Again, I got reports.
Have you ever seen it? The way he described any particular type?
And he like
Like,
reaches into one of his drawers and starts pulling out metal scrolls. It looked to be some kind of chromatic.
so, and Clash is gonna like draw the symbol of the chromatic cult because like, so we actually got caught out by this. That's how he tricked us. We saw this coin, and we did not think this is actually the symbol of chromatic followers. Are you aware this exists? Have you ever seen this before? We're trying to figure out how far they've spread. We are concerned if they're in the slag.
He starts to take a look at it. Um, Not really. No, this kind of goes beyond me.
I believe him, but I'm gonna inside check anyway.
All right, go right ahead. Seems to be telling the truth. He does
Oh, he's
look a little
useless.
confused.
God, he's so useless. I hate this person.
Useless NPC.
Useless NPC.
Oh, good.
Are you? Hmm. Rose, I'm gonna send you a message.
Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, I'm sending the message right now.
Okay.
And I don't get to see it, I guess.
Nope. Okay. So we need to ask you, have you heard of the cult of the prismatic and chromatic dragons?
No, can't say that I have.
Insight check again. Come on, roll high. Fuck.
Yeah, and he seems to be telling the truth. He's kind of confused at the idea. Like, you said cult, and he was just like, ah? And then you said chromatic or metallic, like, huh?
I didn't say metallic.
Oh.
I didn't say metallic at all. I said prismatic. I might, as a person, I might have said metallic because I have
Yeah.
brain, but I meant prismatic and chromatic.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't
Alright.
matter. I win the most detect.
So what? Cult to dragons?
Yeah, they're dragon worshippers. That's what the Tailwind was, it turned out, this whole time. He literally just wanted to become, like, he was just the head of a cult.
Huh.
Kind of boring. Yeah.
Go,
Apparently it was quite far in his line.
go fucking figure.
Yeah, right? So, you know how, I don't know if you know what it's like with cults, but they tend not to die easy. So,
I
we've just been investigating. The prismatic cult's all good. They're gone. They don't exist anymore. They're dead. Like they're gone, finito. But they were either way. They weren't that bad. But yeah, they're all dead. But the chromatic we know is still around. So we're just wondering if maybe if we know we don't get along with you, but we were wondering maybe for the sake of keeping people safe and not having dragons appear in the fucking sky again. If maybe you could send someone to look into the chromatic, or if you hear anything about it, maybe you let us know. If maybe that in case they've infiltrated the slag.
Alright. I mean, I can almost assure you someone's already looking into it. Because again,
Yeah,
that's
probably.
not my deal, but I'll make sure it's happening.
Consider it just a like, hey man, don't want anything to happen to you guys, like what happened to them.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, what's your actual skill then? The slag works very differently from emeralds and the bit. Why are you the mouthpiece? Were you the most like technically apt? Is it nepotism? Like, was it through adventurous means? Are you related to the emperor?
I was the head of the Speakers Guild,
Also, it's guilds again.
and thus I was promoted to the role when the last mouthpiece died.
How did they die? Age?
Age.
That's good. That means it's a position you don't die in much.
No, we're actually kept pretty well concerned.
That's good. What's like the most dangerous work in the slag?
A soldier?
Well, no shit, but we mean more like in the guilds.
Soldiers are guilds.
Okay, that's fair. How about non-soldier? Like, is it like, do you have like a minor guild or something?
We do, but they're kept pretty well concerned. I mean, we're not exactly like getting our people killed or nothing.
Mm.
I guess explorers,
What do they do?
they explore, look out, map stuff.
Oh, I thought you said scrollers. Sorry.
No, explorers.
Squirrelers.
That's what I heard. Um. Oh, okay. So, like, what's the biggest? This is legitimately us asking, not as a diplomat or anything. This is us asking as someone who has never been able to be at, go to the slag. Probably won't get to visit the slag now the world's ending and all that. Um, what's like? What's it like? What do you? Is it? You see how Bastion works, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like, so how does the slag work from your perception?
far more efficiently, I can tell you that. Factorums
Okay,
as far as the eye can see. Machines smoking, Magitech bellowing.
so there must
Ah,
be a big cancer issue. A lot of people must die from sickness there.
not at all. Universal healthcare.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we're not like the Emerald Glades. We are guilds, and guilds work together. So yeah,
So you have unionization then?
of course.
Well, that's good. So how is it? What if you have unionization? and you're guild based, why do you have an emperor?
We've always had one. The
You've
emperor's
never
always
flushed.
the emperor's always been the one to settle disputes. Something that the guilds
Is it a
can't do naturally.
lineage?
Indeed, it is. From one emperor to the next.
So why would a union society that focuses on guilds listen to one person just because they were born into it?
Because the emperor built the guilds. Their family has been running them ever since. We say
Wait, so
emperor, but he could just as easily just be guild master.
wait, so the guild's family runs all the guilds?
Yeah,
Sorry, the emperor's family?
everything gets funneled
So,
up.
so you're stuck under their regime regardless then?
You say stuck like it's a bad thing.
Well, yes, it's good to, like, have your own opinions and change with times.
We still can. Each guild's allowed to change their own. We are autonomous.
You're one big factory of clogs working together to make one big machine?
We're hundreds of cogs working together to be one machine.
So who handles the Magitech? Do you have like a Magitech guild, or is it the Engineer Guild?
It depends on the object.
Okay. What's the most powerful guild? 'Cause it seems like your Speaker Guild. Is it the Merchant Guild that Git's part of?
The Warriors Guild.
Oh, are you not part of the Warriors Guild then?
I am not. I am not a soldier.
That makes sense why your armor's gold. It's not a very good metal to use.
It's Nordic gold, so it's actually got a little more to it than you think.
We can appraise things. That's not got much Nordic gold in it. You might want to get that sorted. By the way, we were supposed to be having a trade deal with the. We've been like chatting along with some people from the Slag. Have you talked to Git lately? We're a bit. We don't know where he is.
Not
He's
really.
supposed to be talking.
I haven't
to
heard
the
from
Blood
Cousin
March.
in months.
Months?
We don't talk that often. I mean, we're cousins, but he's like fifth cousin.
Oh, okay, I get ya. Well, if you see him, tell him we said hi. He owes us money. That kind of thing.
So you say it's like, I'll get a word to him.
Thank you. That's really what I wanted to ask. I don't know if you haven't noticed, but you guys share tech. You don't really share your culture much, so we were just curious as a crafter.
Well, I'm glad you went out of your way to get my attention specifically for it.
Was that sarcasm or genuine?
Deep sigh.
Also, sorry, Tim, was I able to insight check when he said he hadn't heard from him in months?
Sure, go right ahead.
Never mind.
Again, seems genuine.
Okay. Well, if you can get that list to me, and if you need any more information about, like some of the stuff we've told you about, feel free to reach out in your own time.
Of course, of course.
Oh, wait, there is one more thing. You said that you would bring more people who actually knew about all the elemental gates, because that wasn't your department. Yet, here we are at the meeting place, and there's no one who's there from the Slags who's there.
Well,
What's the deal with that?
to be fair, there's not too much of us that we do. We rely on the Arcanus Magnum for that kind of stuff.
So the Slag is working with the Arcanus Magnum for the portal connection ways you have to the different elemental planes.
Well, we have to. We don't know the first thing about them.
Who in the Magisterium do you maybe should we? Ah, never mind. Okay, well, thank you for the conversation. Bye. Just walks out.
It's like, yeah, fuck you do. All right.
Josh is just, ugh. are useless.
You say that, and it echoes in the metal building.
We say that in. I was about to say it in Dwarven. No, we say it in Sylvan.
It still echoes.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That motherfucker's a waste of space. Who came into the Bastion acting like he's top shit at causing nothing but trouble. Piece of shit. Fucking hate him. I actually think he's my most. I think he's the NPC I fucking hate. I'm actually okay with most others. I fucking hate him.
He's a diplomat. He's doing his job well.
Yeah, fucking hate him. I fucking prefer the.
Voice of the few.
No, I like the voice of the few because they. I learned Kay was one of them, and they were bloody slaves. Basically, it weren't their fault. No,
Nine slaves.
someone else. Yeah, maybe the Magnus Arcanum. The guy who like worked in soil. Who was the guy we hired? We had talk.
Natura?
No, they were the Arcanus Magnum person who we used to actually I use as a way to talk to. Oh, never mind, doesn't matter. Anyway, sorry, I go back to sniffing after sending Bran and Rose, who I've been keeping up to date on the whole spy situation, since I feel like Rose is the person you want to talk to when it comes to spy stuff. On like how useless he is, how he didn't actually seem to know anything about the cults. But
Right.
that the royal family relay them information about what I learned about how it works, that it's an emperor family, there's guilds, but they're all still run by the emperor and his family. So I'm assuming the family's the cult then.
Imagine the expert on spies would be killing.
That's what I was literally thinking.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
I'd also tell Kellen. Oh, I assume I just tell Kellen anything. Kellen kind of just like Clash just kind of just tells Kellen stuff. So he's the only one who just gets like, oh yeah, Kellen, so like this shit's happening. Because Kellen's just like, oh man, that sucks.
so another day passes. This is the day that Horace should make his return. And on this day, Clichetto, you're working in your workshop, right?
Yes.
You get a visitor. Hello?
We don't do visitors. It's a dangerous workplace. Please leave.
I think you'll make time for me. And steps in is a demure individual. Kind of, looks kind of scruffy human-like, but with like a little more meat on his bones. Hi, I was told you're the local smith, right?
We are.
Right,
Are you part of the Free Marches? The Free Nations?
Oh, no, I'm independent myself.
Are you with the Slag at all, working in contract with them as an independent?
Oh, heavens, no.
Emerald Glades?
Not anymore.
Then come in.
Thank you. Well, this is a little awkward.
Pedapatha please sends message to Kellen saying, Kellen, if you don't hear from us in an hour, there's some weirdo that's in our shop. So in an hour, please come check. Pedapatha please send that to Kellen.
Now, how long will it take me to get there?
Like 4 seconds, it's you.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like
you.
come in an hour.
I just had to get an idea as to when I needed to leave, whether it be 3 or 4 minutes.
If you went full tilt, you could get there now.
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah, I'm here, like literally with that comedy bit of like, was it get the mail and the person's already there or something? Yeah, no, just say if we don't contact you.
I step around the edge of the table. Yeah.
In the room?
But yeah, no, we tell you about in an hour if you don't hear from us to come check on the shop.
Okay.
Well,
Is the turtle around, by the way, Matt? Because the turtle,
oh,
like, keep us
absolutely.
like running.
In the back of the shop. Just like laying in the
mine.
little pond you made for them so they
Like
stay
to say-
moist.
Did the turtle talk to you?
I haven't met a turtle yet. At least one that can talk.
Sherbert. Speaking Sylvan, saying, Sherbert, did you notice this person?
Yeah? I hadn't noticed shit since they changed it to insight. It used to be use eyes in my day. And use hands.
Oh God.
A
Okay,
misuse object.
What this wisdom shit is? What the hell?
Back in my day, it was one paper sheet that had all the rules you needed.
What
Okay, then
is insight?
Clash. So it's good. So, what would you like? Would you want?
Well, yeah, this is a little awkward. I'm getting married soon, or at least I can only hope. And I have this ceremonial blade that I need fixed.
We can't help you. Clash puts hands up, trying not to show that they're immediately nervous by anyone mentioning that word. We don't deal with marriages. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there something wrong?
We don't deal with marriages.
Hmm. You know, I'm kind of in the same boat now that I think about it. It's been difficult. And he sort of like leans over onto the counter. Just like, not leaned over it like he's in your face, but just like leans on one elbow and kind of looks sullen.
Clash
see-
just like Clash just thinks another Aramax, you know. It's like just won't leave.
Yeah. You see, I've been kind of nervous about this. It's kind of why I've been trying to do everything I can to make it special, but can't help feel like I've been ruining it all the way. I mean,
We can't help you. This is not a subject we like talking about, so as much as we enjoy being helpful to others, we really do not wish to discuss such things as marriage and romance.
what about futures?
Okay. Traveler, if that's you, this isn't funny. You finally back from the Feywild. We get it, you want to be weird. Can you just drop the bullshit? Okay, Traveler?
I'm afraid I'm not my brother's keeper. But I will drop it for your sake. And the illusion fades. And before you is a large, stag-like humanoid. I was being serious, though. I do need that blade repaired.
No.
I know. Out of the blue, the disguise. I just didn't want your friends making a big deal out of this. They tend to. For your sake, of course.
I. No. You're not supposed to be able to get here.
I've never really had difficulty. I can be wherever I please. That's
We
not to
didn't
say
fool you.
I know. I came here because I was concerned.
Now you're concerned? After everything you've done? After everything we've been through? You're concerned now?
I've had a lot on my plate. And
They're
that's
trying to
not
kill everyone in the Emerald Glades.
misunderstandings have been made. And I'm not saying I'm proud of some of my latest exploits. But when you're bound by law, you're bound by law. Just as much as you
You're
cannot
aware
fly.
we can fly. You are aware we can we're now connected to the metallic dragon, right?
Yeah,
Like actually connected.
I'm aware. I was there.
No, you said you didn't want him to be connected to us.
I'm aware. I didn't say I liked it.
Well, glad that backfired for you.
Well, trying to control every individual aspect of your life is only just going to push you further away.
So in this moment, Flash throws probably the weapon they were working on at him.
You see it thrown at him, and in a flash, the weapon is back in the forge. Okay, that was a little uncalled for.
Steps back.
I'm not here to start anything, but I was being serious about the blade being repaired. It's part of the ceremony. No, it's not for any insidious purpose. It's not a blood ritual. It's...
We know what that blade is for.
You do?
Yes.
You haven't even seen it yet.
It's so you can travel through different dimensions. It's your weapon.
Sorry. No. No. That's not it at all. You're talking about this. And with one of his hands, he reaches behind his back and pulls out what looks to be soapstone. But it has like this bright rainbow-colored tip on the end that seems to almost drip with magic. This is how I can travel. The blade was a gift for you.
Why?
Well, you've already made the registry and the dowry. I thought I might as well live up to the name and give you an actual wedding gift.
We then at this point remember what our shield's made of and like put it in front of us.
You can see him kind of squint a little bit at it. Okay, I'll back off now, but I am concerned about what you're doing.
What are you concerned about? Just
I
like
can't
die.
help you in a chaos storm.
You can't?
I can't keep an eye on you there.
I thought you could travel through any dimension.
I could travel fine, but being able to see and hear, that's completely different. Especially with what he's doing.
Is Derek there?
He is. He's at the very center of it.
Not even you can touch him?
If I mustered every ounce of strength I have, I could probably smite him down. But that's also against the rules.
So you came here to warn us.
I came here to have you reconsider. But knowing everything that I do, warnings as best I can. You're getting closer
here
and
we've-
closer to it. And it even scares me.
Well, it should. You're not immune to it.
And that's a new concept.
It's slowly still backing up in the shop. Look. That's what you're concerned about. And here we thought you were coming in here to be... We have no idea. To kill us, to take us, to remind us of all the mistakes we've made, all the people around us have made.
Well, out of all of those, the last one's the easiest. But no, I'm not here to berate you. I'm not here to chastise you. I'm just here to be loved by you. That's it. That's all I've ever been trying to do with this. Why I thought a weapon would be something you could understand. If I leave it in your care, would you at least look at it?
Yes. Sure. Leave it here. You're aware what I can do when you give it to me, that's right. You're aware this is a key to getting you.
It is. In fact, that's what it's intended to be. A way for you to always come
game.
back to me.
That's what it's about again.
No, it's about the ceremony of it. Something borrowed, something blue, something old, and something new. Call it cliche, but it does work. Which is
Did
why
you
I would
clear
like
up
this weapon to be
because-
reforged.
Did you
So it
show
can be
back
new.
up because I was betrayed? So I'm vulnerable? So we're vulnerable? That's
Something
why you
popped
showed
up.
up, wasn't it?
Something's going to happen and it's going to upset you. It's going to upset you a lot, and I just want you to know that I'm here for you.
What's going to happen? Are you going to hurt one of them?
No, it's nothing I'm doing. If I had any say in it, I'd undo it in a heartbeat. And trust me when I say I would. But I think you'd get more mad if I did that.
Are we a paradox?
Yes and no. You're beautiful is what you are. You're skilled. And most importantly, you're what I care about.
Really, all three of us? Even the ones that hate you more than anything? That existed to be penance of you existing?
Did you forget? And as he does that, he extends one hand to one side, one hand to the other, and you can see two shadows come off of him. Not dark shadows, but light shadows. And they mimic the other two versions of him that you've seen. I'm not exactly all put together as it is. And the shadows disappear.
So you understand you're the reason we're trapped in one body, right? We did that to get away from one of you.
I know. And it's hard for me to let go. When you live as long as I do, it's really hard to let go.
Are you older than our Maxina?
By a margin.
Did you know of them before?
No,
Okay.
never on my radar. Not till you.
Do you know what they did? Can you see into hell?
I can see the symptoms of what's happening. And I'm pretty good at knowing what happens next. But I've taken too much of your time. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Here. Hmm?
Why are we not running from you? Why is Theo not screaming? What have you done?
I've been honest.
Then if you're being honest, tell us. What do you see the two we are with as? The one we love.
One of them is a danger. But they make you happy. You feel protected with them. The other one is a threat. They're dangerous. They're unstable.
So you don't see Bran as a threat?
It's that obvious I was talking about him.
So you don't see them as competition then? You see them as what? Rebounds?
No, nothing that petty. I see them as something that makes you happy. And at the end of the day, that's what I want most of all. I still feel like you'll love me, and you'll come back to me.
As long as she is asleep? You know that won't happen.
Well,
You know that we are split. You know that one of us loves him, one of us loves her, one of us isn't around.
those sound like good odds to me.
You know you coming here destroys any psyche we have. We will be scared. We will be confined. You know you coming here, you say our concern causes as much mental anguish. So why? Why come? If
Because
you're
I
not here
need
to
you.
just take us away.
I need you to remember me. I need you to remember that you're loved. I need you
What?
to know that I'm here for you, and I'm always going to be. Which is why I was hoping you could reforge this. He reaches underneath the table and pulls out 3 pieces of a claymore.
This is a two-handed weapon.
It is. It's a commitment to hold.
Can we do an arcana check on it?
Make me an intelligence check. Maybe intelligence, but add your proficiency.
Isn't that already added? Oh, we'll add 6 on top. Not great. That's the worst intelligence roll I've done.
No, I meant what I said. Add your intelligence on top of that. Add your proficiency on top of that.
I did. 6. Right? That's proficiency, right? Wait. Like,
Yeah, so
wait, what
that's
am I
18.
adding? Oh, you mean roll this?
More or less, yeah. That works. Alright. You rolled 60. Looking at this blade, it is tarnished. It is chipped. It is damaged. It's basically scrap. But when you touch the metal, it resonates with you. It almost begins to sing or cry out. Like it's yearning for something, but it doesn't know what it is.
Before you go, can you answer us 2 more questions?
To the best of
Truthfully.
my ability.
Who's in charge of the metallic code?
At the end of the day, that would be the Emperor. Whether he knows it or not.
Do we have to go into the Chaos Storm to get what we're seeking? Understand that if we get this, it helps you save your ass too.
If you borrowed the same technology you used in the Earth plane, you could bypass the Chaos Storm in its entirety. It would be difficult, resource intensive, but absolutely possible. You wouldn't need to
Wait, what?
rely on local technology.
Wait, what did he say, Gene? Sorry, can you repeat?
If you use the technology you used in the elemental plane of Earth, you could bypass the Chaos Storm in its entirety. You wouldn't need to use the local technology.
Make our own Earth tech version?
I'll make it for them.
Okay. Look,
Yes?
why do you look like that now?
I'm trying to look more presentable for you. I'm trying to look less threatening. Trying to look like... well,
Eleanor Mook's here. Sentimental message.
I'll take, you want me to be there?
That's what. Yes. But
that was the
Kellen,
intent.
the hearing of that name as a character, you know that means Clash is about to die. Normally is what that means.
I'm gonna activate my boots of speed and just bust ass to get there as fast as I possibly can.
I imagined you were outside the door the whole time.
Just
Well, you know, kind of around the block, so
So yeah, so it takes you around, and Amuk goes, I just want to be what you need. Whether I know it or not. And at that moment, Kellen busts the door open. The door swings out, and it looks like it's about to hit Amuk. And in a flash, he just spins around, draws a circle, and like Doctor Strange, just disappears.
what the hell was he doing here?
We don't know. We don't know.
By the way, the weapon is still there.
He's concerned. He says
About what?
something bad's about to happen. It's going to really hurt us, points to self. He also says that Derek's in the storm. We have to avoid it.
Did he say
He
how we
can't-
can avoid it?
Something about remaking the Earth tech. Hale so powerful he wouldn't be able to save us there. Which means I don't think we can risk going. if even a Faustian doesn't think they can manage. That's just like then just like does that like shakily bit, goes and sits at the end of the room. Sherbet, how did you not warn us? Shouts at the turtle.
Eh. It's not my fault you don't speak neutral good anymore. It's all been the flippers.
He was watching Duck.
He was watching that. Hey, Callan, we don't know what to do. He left us that, knowing that it could be a way to track him.
Why would he give us a way to track him?
He wants to be good enough for us. Turns out, the Traveler can't protect us from him. He can come here whenever he wants.
Kinda sounds like a trap to me.
It's all a trap. But he doesn't lie about his inclination. It's the one thing he doesn't do. We can't go to the Chaos Storm. But more importantly, what's the bad thing that's going to happen? And Kellen, I don't know, we don't know what he did. We didn't call for help immediately. Theon didn't scream for Sherbet. We talked to him. A conversation. Can you search the room for runes or something?
Gonna do like an investigation check?
Go right ahead. The only thing you find left in this room is a blade that has been split into 3 pieces.
Are there any engravings or anything on the pieces that I may recognize?
There is. It's in common. Along the handle of the blade, one of the pieces, it reads Rule Breaker.
Ash probably just starts to cry, having all trauma memories come back up. And then it's at the same time as like doing that crying and we're talking to Canada like like what's the bad thing? We can't tell Ara Maxina about Theory. What are we supposed to do? Like just acting like a complete blubbering mess, acting like an Ara Maxina. Apart from no bonbons.
Clash. Our Maxina, you keep secrets and it causes problems. Also, Clash. We can't tell our Maxine.
So what are we going to do? If we tell them they'll want to go and we can't lie. But if we tell them we're all going to die. So we should avoid it. But if we tell our Maxina, she'll go straight for Daddy. We don't care if they die, but we do need them to save the world.
Damn.
It's been
Well, I love you
14
too.
days. It's been 14 days since they cheered on us. Let us hate them a little longer, eh? You want to get, like that is not how a human brain works. Colin probably then would say, could you get Rose? You probably should tell her.
He may tell our Maxina.
Oh, she might. But if we ask her to keep a secret, she won't. No, she'll tell. She's really bad at secrets.
We're really good at
Yeah.
the right secrets.
Oh, really good at the right. That's the problem with Rose. She decides what's worth telling and not. But we have to. No, we have to get Rose. She can help. Probably. Just we can't tell her other things. Just shit. What do we tell her? Shit, Kellen. What do we tell people? Just like panicking, like.
You just see Kellen with like big eyes and like shrugging his shoulders. Like, oh.
There's just two people going like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay. It's like probably just an hour of crying. And then just like Frank probably hanging out with Sherbet. Going like, here's the day, and Frank just nodding his head. Actually, I really am picturing that we send Frank off to be the ear for Sherbet sometimes, because Frank's a good listener, not very talkative. Okay. No, we know for a fact that we gotta tell our Maxina and Brand last. That's the truth. Rose can help us figure out how to tell them. She's really bad at that, but somehow good.
So you
Okay,
want me to go get Rose?
Yeah, you go get Rose.
Do I know where Rose is at the current time?
She doesn't have the earpiece, so we can't call her. I have no idea.
It's gonna take you searching. Though probably with our Maxina.
Oh, great.
I'm just gonna like full speed, boots of speed, double movement, just be zipping back and forth. And if our Maxina tries to talk to me, she'll be like, sorry, our Maxina busy. Just keep running.
And I ran not that far away.
Our Maxina just like, hi.
Bye, have a great time.
To be honest, Rose will be doing one of two things. One, looking at items to bring with us to the air room, or two, trying to figure out how the bag will work in the way she wants. So, either at the stores or in the Armaxina ritual place.
I'm just picturing like you think that's secret and Kellen's just run straight through it.
No, Kellen's been there.
Like, I was kind of hoping it was like Taz the Tasmanian Devil with Kellen, just like spitting through, knocks everything down, grabs. Yeah, Rose, do you go with Kellen?
Yeah, I just I look at Rose and be like, Flash needs you, fast.
Oh, okay.
And then I just take off.
Rose grabs onto the back of his jacket. Gotta get me like an item of speed at some point.
Too much speed.
Best thing about the boots of speed, they don't require attunement.
I know, but
They
I
do
have,
require you to know how to tie your shoes.
but I like having advantage on stealth rolls, so because the boots of elven kind. I want like a ring of speed.
Hiya, Bran.
Okay. Mimi.
Alright.
So,
Alright, someone fill in Bran, the player, on what's happened.
That's alright, we'll just continue. I'll figure out because I'm about to literally just fill in Rose.
Alright. So, Rose and Kellen, you get back to Clichetto. Clichetto's still a
You not
sobbering
like the
mess.
headphones because that's your spot.
We stop crying now. Let's stop by now. It's been long enough. We've got
Not
probably
with their
sherbet
speed.
to stay. That's that's a good point. Forget how fast Kellen is.
We get in here. Take
Oh, we don't
yeah,
cry, Brit. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
bye.
Just immediately wipes off. Completely fine.
Little growl from Rose as she looks for someone to bite.
Her husband was here just now.
Looks harder.
He said something really bad's about to happen, and he wanted to be there for us. He also said that if we go into the the chaos storm, he won't be able to save us. Derek's there. We can avoid it maybe if we do a certain thing. He then gave us this sword as a symbolic gesture. It's got no magic on it, but it has something connected to us. We don't know. We weren't scared when he is here. We actually talked to him. It's through a freaking outrose. He can just come here whenever he wants. Turns out, even when our brother-in-law was here, he couldn't protect us. It's all part of the game. Still in the rules that he can just visit when he wants. And we don't know what to do because we don't want to tell our Maxina about that information, about that Derek's there, because they'll want to go there, but we can't keep that secret, and we don't really know what to do because this is a confusing situation. And they also said something really bad about to happen, but they didn't specify to who.
First thing, where is Derek?
He's in the Chaos Storm in the airplane, the dead center.
Okay, we kind of assumed something like that might be the case.
Yeah, we
Good.
knew. But like, I'm actually scared of him.
Second, your husband was here and left that thing, those three things right there.
Yeah, it's a claymore.
And Rose starts hovering over the thing, thinks kind of deeply, then looks at Clash. How many personalities are in you?
Yes, we're aware what the sword means and what it is. It's what the name means. It's symbolic. He wasn't kidding.
Well, how many personalities are in you?
Rose, we already know this. There's nothing more.
Trying to
three.
figure it.
It's not personalities, Rose. It's 3 people.
Okay. 3. Okay, so there's one of each. Is it possible that this might be a counter to your armor?
Nope.
How do you know?
Because it's a wedding gift.
Yes.
Rule Breaker is an old name we have. It's not a way to separate us, but it's something else. Probably more a way to connect us in a way that's not what we want.
She raises an eyebrow.
He himself is like us. There's 3 of him.
And
Also, we are a paradox, but we're also not a paradox.
which is the definition of a paradox?
Which is the definition of a paradox.
So, what exactly did he say leaving this here? The reason?
He just wanted us to have a look at it, fix it. We told him that that's stupid, we're not gonna do it. Then we said leave it here, saying, we'll just track you with it. He was like, yeah, you can track me. Go ahead, I know this is a weakness for me, kind of thing. We don't know, Rose.
Did he say anything else? Why did he give it to you now, of all times?
Because he was worried about us. He said something bad's going to happen. He knows it's going to affect us badly. So he wanted us to know he was here.
So this will somehow help him keep you safe when that bad things happen.
No. It's like a promise ring.
So, my suggestion involving that thing, just to kind of offset, there might be some sort of binding thing in you fixing it or making it one. I would suggest having someone else fix it up.
No one
Make
else, I
one
think, can
piece.
touch it. Try and touch it, so what happens? You're Faye.
She touches it. She touches the one that says rule breaker.
Again, it's rusted, it's chipped, it's damaged, and it feels just like normal steel. But there's something about it that seems to cry out for more.
Is he able to take items from other timelines and bring them to the current one?
We have no idea. All we know is he showed us what his actual dagger that travels through dimensions is, to prove that that wasn't it. Which, by the way, it's soapstone.
I think you
Very
should.
him.
I very much think you should have Bran take a look at this.
We know.
If-
That's not why we brought you here, Rose. We brought you here, Rose, because you are good and both bad at figuring out how to tell or what we should do in this situation. Our question is more, how do we kind of tell this situation of what's occurred, especially in referring to the Chaos Storm, and that there's an alternative maybe, and kind of not... we don't know.
So she just kind of pays
You
class.
handle our Maxine, and that's not our job anymore.
The best way to talk to people that I've found, especially in this group, is to just tell them all the information. And then we do what we can to minimize the issues. Like, for example, telling Armax Ina about Derek, that's great, that's fine. All we gotta do is tell them, and then we plan what to do about it. We see what. Never mind. I'll go do that. Okay. You go get Bran.
Yeah, we agree with this actually. Yes, please. I tried to say I know it's just like Clash just like raise their hand to remind of our Maxina. I feel like both Kellen and Clash gave Rose this same look when she was like, "We just tell our Maxina, and as a group work on it."
Kellen just kind of looks at the ground with wide eyes.
Kellen, you touch the sword. See if it feels different for you with your psionics.
I'll go over and start poking at it.
Same feeling. It seems to cry out for more.
Kellen will
Very
start to
tough
tickle it.
weapon.
He'll try to tickle it.
Doesn't really respond to that.
That's not the Lord wants.
Kellen cast tickle.
It wanted more.
You know, it might be worth, before I leave, it might be worth putting it on that machine that is essentially legendary lore. Might come up with something.
What machine of legendary lore?
It's right. It's in the room next to the War Council room.
We don't have a device of legend lore.
Yeah, I used it. I used
No,
it myself.
that was the Citadel flag stuff.
Yeah, that wasn't us.
Oh, they were still here at the. Okay.
Yeah, it was during the delegation.
Okay, but are they still like? They still have a delegation here.
They're
Do they
not
still have the
touching this.
machine?
No, they aren't touching this. We'll just hire someone who has a spell scroll of it or something of legend lore.
Might be worth it.
Fine, I'll call out an order for legend lore. Spell should do that first, and then call Bran.
All right.
And Rose is gonna be like,
while this is going on, our Maxina,
Yes.
you get a message that Derek is back and is drinking at the Leaky Spigot.
Derek?
Sorry, not Derek, Horace. Yeah. You guys confused me.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, our security fucking sucks! A luck shows up, Derek just comes for fucking after work beers?
See-
Zach, your audio sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, I think I know what's happened. Did it do it? Did my fucking thing do it? Of course it did!
How's it sound now?
Much
That's
better.
great.
Yeah, you know what happened?
What?
Discord in its eternal brilliance.
Yeah, turned off the
decided that-
microphone settings.
It decided that since I connected to a headphone, I wanted to use the really shitty headphone mic.
Okay. So you wanted to speak with Horace.
There. Yeah, I wanted to speak with Horus.
You're easily able to find them just drinking in the Leaky Spigot, and they have a weird object in one of their hands. It looks like a sliver of ice.
Just comes over, gets a drink, sits beside them. What you got right there?
This, and he holds it up more clearly, is a sliver of the Citadel of Ice and Steel.
Oh,
It is considered a good luck charm. Now it might actually save the world. La-dee-da.
but how does it work on the regular stuff?
Say again?
I said, but how does it work on the regular stuff?
Don't know. But if you're looking to get to the elemental plane of air, this will probably be your bet.
Perfect. So you're from the elemental plane of air, yeah?
Yeah?
You got family over there still?
Are you hitting on me?
No. Why is it working? No, it's clearly not working. No, I'm just curious about your family and your past.
Don't have much. I was part of a warrior caste. We were raised to be warriors, and we die warriors. Or you get sucked up in a turbulent storm and get sent to this. And he, gestures to around him.
That one may just be more of a you thing. I don't think there's any other Aarakocra in that situation.
Oh, good. Well, at least it means it's only me.
You'd be mad if anybody else from your past showed up?
There is no one from my past.
From your past?
It's been almost 10 years. Anyone I might have known is probably either dead or forgotten about me.
Sounds pretty rough over there.
Yeah.
Anything good about the place?
Lots of flying room. I do miss that. It was easy to fly there too. Everything's so heavy here.
Have you seen the light armor?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's cute.
Pitiful. Would you, if we head back, is there anything you'd like us to bring back with us? You know, from there to you?
There's a type of melon. It's only grown on certain islands. I miss the flavor of it.
Maxine just gets out a piece of paper. Special melon only grows on certain island. There's not like a bad melon that I could potentially somehow get.
No. It's a blue melon. It's pretty easy to find. You might like it. It's full of seeds.
Seed. I'm sorry if I've constantly hit on you.
That's alright. I can understand it, being a single parent and all.
Yeah, the twins are a handful. The other day I had to go to a PTA meeting for them. They set the arts and crafts on fire.
Well, let's hope the third one doesn't turn out that bad.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that Maxina just kind of slowly turns over to them. What?
Well, the third one. I mean,
I
you
don't
know, it is going to be your kid, so yeah, it's going to turn out that badly.
Yeah, I only have 2 kids.
Oh, how? But. And he gestures towards your face. I can see the plumage. You're about to lay another one. Oh shit, you didn't know, did you?
Just immediately just grabs Horace by the armor, just very close to the face. Explain this to me like I'm an idiot.
Around your eyes, there's plumage that matches the plumage of your child. That only happens when your hormones get boosted when you're having a child. I mean, it seemed pretty relevant. I mean, you have such large breasts. You should have been in labor for some time now.
Thank you for noticing. You're a wonderful friend. Oh god. Here, you can have this drink now. I don't think I should be having it. I did not know I was pregnant.
Oh. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I bet Bran or Clichetta will be more than happy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna. Oh yeah, it's. Yeah, no, they're gonna love hearing the pitter patter of a third child that's definitely from one of them.
Oh. You fucked up.
I fucked up. I fucked up real bad, Horace.
You may want to tell him as soon as possible. Because the longer that waits, the worse it's gonna get. Or the funnier. Actually, no, wait. It'll be much funnier.
You want me to get killed, don't you?
No, that's not funny. Sips drink. Oh, apple teeny. What the hell do you drink?
I'm branching out.
Branch back.
I can't. I'm pregnant. Well, you don't know how to see into my plumage and see who the father is, do you?
And he sort of takes a closer look at your eyes. Well, it's a very dark plumage, I can see that, and patchy.
Can you keep this a secret from everyone?
Sure. Secret. Got it.
Also, if I die, would you be willing to take care of my children?
Hell no. Get a godmother.
But you're the only Aarakocra around. Who will teach them to fly?
No. Look, you got your problems, I got mine. Here. And he hands you the
One of
sliver of ice and
Except be
steel.
that bird's godmother.
What'd you say, Clichetta?
Wait,
No one. No one would accept to be one of Maxina's kids' godparents in any fucking way. They know if they know Maxina.
What if they're well behaved? Come on, you'd be good with children. You'd be like a great parent. You're stern. Your abs are impeccable. You would have a firm hand, and since they look like me, you'd have no problem punishing them. You couldn't ever guilt you into, and you could never guilt them into anything.
No, I'm not taking care of your kids. Just don't die.
I don't plan on it, but I didn't plan on having kids.
Well, figure your shit out. Look. And he pulls out a notebook and hands it over to you. Here's some information that I learned from the elemental plane of air that should help you. And it's basically all the notes you took the last time we did this.
Horus, I just want you to know. I just want you to know something before I depart.
Yeah?
When I left here, there was a little bit of a wild magic surge. And, we've been in a bit of a time loop.
Yeah? What are you getting at?
Okay, this is going to sound really weird, but in about 3 seconds, I need you to just hold your hand out just perfectly level.
He just does that?
Someone slips and falls, and a tray of drinks just perfectly land in his hand, all right side up.
Oh. The hell?
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to get out of the time loop. We've had this conversation a few times.
Okay then. You go handle your shit, and he puts the tray of drinks down. I'm gonna pretend this never happened.
That's what you usually say. Maxina just dances off. Walks past Cauldron. Not gonna kettle me this time.
And our Maxina makes off with news. And you guys now have the sliver of ice and steel.
I mean, a dead bird has a sliver of ice and steel.
Yes, a very dead bird.
You should know how to avoid dying due to the time loop thing.
In that space.
I'm imagining that there's just like this one, like if you look in the time loop, like at some point you just see Maxina just beating the shit out of everyone in the bar.
Groundhog's
like,
Day.
I knew I could wrestle Cauldron.
Bran, in the 2 days leading up to the sliver of ice and steel being delivered, is there anything you wanted to do?
This week's been particularly crazy for me. I know I wanted to buy maybe some magic items, but I haven't had time to look at them yet.
That's quite all right. I think you're going to have. I think you're still going to have time because Shadow still needs to make the thing, and we can make the item, and we can still do some stuff retroactively. We've all had a rough 2 weeks.
Yeah. I just I wanted to get like I don't know if I wanted to fill up all of my slots for. Do you remember that new skill we
Yes.
talked about?
The sockets.
I've decided to call that bone of my sword because of a weave, and that's cool.
Nice.
So when I reference that, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to fill up all the slots. I mean, I know I can change them out as needed, but I don't think I could afford to fill up all the slots. It's 10 magic items, which is a lot. Or or 8. I think it's 8. I think my wisdom's
I thought it was 3.
on my character sheet. I can look at it. My
Alright.
wisdom's a 4.
Oh,
So that'd be 8. But if I could at least see if I could find like 3 or 4 of them.
okay.
A
Yeah, we
couple
can
of
worry
them.
about that later.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Yeah.
Alright, but is there anything specifically roleplay wise you wanted to do?
I do. You know what? I will double check this real quick. Make sure I'm doing this correctly.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So you can. So one of the things I'm gonna do for at least one of the days, maybe both of them, is I will cast this.
Bander's Librarian.
Yeah. This is such a cool non-combat spell. I'm so glad I took it.
Well, you get a knowledge, like you get a librarian spirit, basically.
I do, yeah. It's gonna be Fae for obvious reasons. It's like
Yeah.
the theme of the game. We're not. This particular study is not really anything taboo. We're just gonna study up on whatever material for the plane of air that we can. The exotic language I'm gonna have them speak is the thing that they speak in the airplane, which I knew, but I think it's
Orin.
Orin. Thank you. I'll have them speak that so that they can actually like read
Okay.
any material from the airplane that other people are like, this is a long lost language. I turn it to my librarian and they're like, oh, I know this. It just studying for the upcoming trip, getting our hands on anything regarding the plane of air that we can, preparing for it. Because I know geography is going to be hard, so anything that can help us with figuring out where we're going, any events that maybe have leaked through that might be going on there as current as we can get up to. Rare materials that might be required to be there for, whatever their currency is,
Alright. Well,
any sort of political just
Yeah.
normal brand stuff. Like
there's a lot of that you won't be able to get, but there is some you will get. The biggest thing you get off the bat is of course the language. So, and you do know that Eric Hakra naturally speak this, so Armax can speak it, and anyone who speaks Primordial can also speak it.
It's actually the language. That's actually Armaxina's first language. Just
There you go.
ancient Orin.
As for trading and whatnot, much like other planes, the trade is mostly barter. There isn't a unified coin system. So having precious objects or trade goods is worth more than gold.
Okay.
The biggest thing you get is based on the Jinn, which are the native elemental that live there. They are not slavers like some of their other cousins, but they do own lots of personnel, which they describe to as servants. And, well, making deals with them tends to put you in years of servitude. But they're not underhanded about it. They're not going to try and get you on it. They're more just, hey, we can offer you this, this, and this for X amount of years of service. And they usually offer pretty good deals, especially to foreign races, which you guys would be. You probably won't be able to trade too much else other than that, due to how rare you guys are. But, it's something to work out for. As for navigation, trusting the wind or the light is bad. Because there's a constant sunlight, but it is always seemingly northeast. But not in a way that's useful. It's just always northeast of where you're looking. So trying to judge by that is impossible. You basically have to jump landmass to landmass, looking for larger lighthouse locations, such as the Citadel of Ice and Steel, which is the primary one. That is a huge Jin city that people navigate away from.
Okay.
This is Cleveland.
Just as an idea, would bartering for quality material plain liquor go over well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Anything that's
Oh.
not native would trade very well.
Okay. Liquor usually is pretty easy to, people like it's one of those things that's people are like, heck yeah, I'll trade for that.
Absolutely. And with the bartering system, it basically just depends on how good you talk versus how good they talk.
Sure. So I guess to prepare for the trip, I'll probably purchase some high quality liquors of like various expensiveness. What else would sell well? Maybe like art stuff. I bet
Yeah.
people would like some art stuff from the material plane. That for us would be like, I don't know, like cheap, but for them to be like, oh wow, this is crazy.
You can easily get a hold of trade goods.
Yeah, I'll just like I think Bran would just think of like if I went to like a typical Dragon's Horde and excluded everything that would be money,
Yeah.
what kind of stuff would I find there? And then kind of fill up a bag for barter. Like set a budget of like, I don't know, I guess 50,000 gold. And
Easily.
trade out the 50,000 gold for stuff worth that amount that we'll just say is quote unquote stuff.
Yeah. You're basically trading one set of goods for another. It's a
Yeah.
1-to-1 ratio. Just make sure to mark it out that it's not coin, but it's effectively tradable. And Bran, could I have you make an investigation check with your spirit during your research?
Yes. Give me one moment. Let me trade out the money. What did I say? 50,000?
50.
You should also bring paint.
Battering. Bartering.
Yep.
Nope. Battressing. Nope. There you go. I can
Bran
spell.
Does Bran have a bartering ram?
A battressing ram.
This is my bartering ram. Give me a discount or I'm gonna beat the shit out of you with it.
Okay, you said an investigation check
Yes, with your spirit.
my spirit, which I suppose means it's made at
Advantage.
advantage. Okay, cool. Nice. Good job, librarian spirit. High five.
Bran's letting high fives.
Just
Uh,
for my librarian.
Yeah.
Please.
You do learn 2 other pieces of useful information. One of them is water. Water is very rare in the elemental plane of Earth.
So many decanters.
Interesting. Okay. We have. Do we still have that alchemical jug?
I'm pretty sure you do.
How much is an alchemical jug?
Pretty cheap. It's uncommon.
Let me just Google it. Alchemical Because that's a pretty easy way to just carry around a bunch of water while also having additional utility.
Hmm.
Mhm.
You also. Oh, if you're ready.
Yeah. So a single jug produces 10 gallons of water.
Yeah, and you need a gallon of water per person per day. So you guys would be fine.
Yeah. So let's say I buy. I mean, I don't know how expensive they are, but we'll aim for 5, depending.
5 of the
on how
jugs?
expensive. Yeah, because that'd be like 50 gallons. So we'd have one for us as rations, and then we'd have five for like trading water, since water is valuable there.
Big spender.
Again, depends on how expensive they are.
I'll say they're about 700 a pop.
700? Yeah, I'll buy. We'll buy 5.
All right.
That'll be a gift that keeps on giving.
You can also
And I
make them
will
the
tell
different.
us-
There's also different kinds of alchemical jugs. You may want to look into varying it up.
Where would I find that?
I promise not to sell this one for a horse.
Is that how you got Spearmint?
Yeah,
Yep.
I traded a decanter of water.
Yeah, there's a normal alchemy jug blue, and alchemy jug orange.
I prefer Alchemy Jug Crystal, but Alchemy Jug Black and White wasn't great.
No, but Alchemy Jug Emerald was considered the last really, really good one.
All right. You also discover one last piece of information, Bran.
Okay.
As part of the delegation, you guys do have access to information that the Arcanus Magnum has access to. And in doing so, you find that there is another habitable location in the elemental plane of air called Typhoon. Taifun. The Palace of
have that as well.
Tempest. It is a huge stone mountain that's built on the borders of air and lightning. It spreads to mountains in every direction through a series of air docks and airships. And it is the largest hub in the elemental plane of air.
Largest hub for trade?
For trade and travel.
What was it called again? The Typhoon?
Typhoon Palace of the Tempests.
Yeah, I already have it slightly written down here. Palace of Stone. Yeah, why did I say that? Floating mountain between air and earth.
So I presume that would be safer than the city of steel and ice or whatever.
A little. It's also more of a cultural hub as well.
Okay. Cool.
This took away Horus's only heirloom left place. Oh yeah, we didn't use it.
Well, you still need somebody to get there.
I know, but it makes me laugh just the idea of, oh yeah, right, we totally used it.
Alright.
tell him.
It'll take another day and a half for Clichetto to... I mean, Armaxina, do you give Clichetto the sliver?
I still telling Bran about it before Armaxina would get here.
Oh, sorry, you go then. Yeah, Armaxina would have been the last event.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna say Armax, or not Armax, I'm gonna say Bran was doing some alchemical experiments. Or maybe, probably more like spell stuff, dimensional and temporal experimentation, trying to learn new stuff. And for some reason, that's made him really, really tired.
No, you're still recovering from using, from just muddling the word of power.
That works for me.
That's when you just hear the message from Clash just saying a Mook was here in our shop.
Alright, I'm on my way. I'm coming. Hang tight. If he's still there, you just tell him to be polite and wait till I get there. Brand shows up. Hey, what's up? Is he still here?
Swords drawn, drunken stare out.
I got him.
Oh god, I think he got the brand.
No.
That's why he came. He came because you were weak right now. That makes sense.
Well, that's so rude. Next time you see him, tell him that's super rude.
Just Clash looking at Kellen. Just yeah, no, that's gotta be the answer. Yes, so he visited. Turns out can visit anytime he wants. Part of the game rules, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Traveler
Yeah,
couldn't
for sure.
protect them. Yeah. He was just choosing not to bother.
Yeah. I thought we knew that.
No, the Traveler told us he was protecting us from him for a
Oh,
while.
no, dude, that guy sucks. I never believed
He
what
does
that
suck,
was.
yeah. But I did believe his son.
Never met the kid.
Good guy. Not like his dad. Yeah, so he came because he was worried he's saying something really bad was about to happen. He wanted to know that he was there for us. He also gave us a wedding present. Points to Claymore that's broken in 3 pieces.
Oh.
We told him that's a way we could easily track him and all that because this made no sense. But he was here. Also, we weren't panicking. We had a weird long conversation with him. It was very confusing. And yeah, he's just concerned something bad's about to happen. He wanted us to be there for us. He also confirmed that Derek is in the Chaos Storm as we imagined, and he says he can't rescue us if something happens in there, which is also what he was concerned about. He did say there was maybe a way around going through the Chaos Storm because he actually is also scared of the entropy being.
Oh. I have
So he,
questions.
yeah.
First question. You're getting married? Who are you getting married to? Is it Rose? Oh gosh, is it Aromax?
Oh god, Brand's broken.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, Brand's becoming our Maxina.
Should I get you a present?
No, Bran. To
Is
him.
it us?
No. No, it's. We already said no to you.
I
No.
like it. I mean, I'm so sad.
Yeah, no, it was a wedding present from us because I'm still technically engaged to him.
Oh,
Yeah, the whole contract, the ring on our finger,
it's him. He still thinks that's happening?
it is still bound to us, yes.
To all of us? Are we all marrying him?
He's sounds more okay with that than you'd think.
Hmm.
Since
Has
he
he
doesn't
met
really see
Armac?
you as a problem, just as a pet for us.
Sees me as a pet? That's
Yeah,
rude.
like a rebound.
That's
Well, like
un-
he says it's not a rebound, but you know that's
like I can see why he would see that. Like that's fair for him to see that. I don't think that's true, but
no.
I can see why you would see that.
There's also 3 of him as there is of us. So
Kinky.
that thing of power really turned you into more of a human. It's kind of concerning.
Are all three of him in the one body like with you? Or
Yeah, I assume so. So he seems to have more control of it.
that sounds needlessly complicated. I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
It's more just because he's controlled of time and fate. Different versions of
Like
him.
processing power.
Yeah. It's also why personality of his. It seems to, like he creates different timelines of us. So I think a new version of him is kind of recycled with it, or he can choose to be that way. We also saw his artifact because we thought this was the artifact.
This
So
artifact?
his ability to transfer dimensions.
Oh, his stabby McSpace knife?
Yeah, we saw it for real.
Was it
It's
cool?
very him. It's made of soapstone, rainbow-like metal, and something else. 3 different colors, 3 different parts. It's very cool. Very weird.
Cool.
But yeah, he does have it. Just as
Okay.
you always thought.
I knew it.
Yeah, you're right.
I knew it.
Flash is just still looking. Still kind of on back looking at Kellen like, I think there's a ghost light. I think there's a
Alright.
spell in our
Okay,
forge.
wait.
Brand's acting really weird. Just yeah, he's also so yeah, something really bad's gonna happen. He's
Oh
scared of
yeah. Did he give any details on the bad thing that's gonna happen?
no, just that
Well,
it's
then
gonna hurt us a lot personally. He said he wasn't gonna hurt one of you, so
well,
it's
you
not
tell
him.
him that that warning is like telling you it's gonna rain later. Like
True,
obviously something bad's gonna happen. That's a Tuesday for us.
that's true, but it felt more personal, unlike the whole he's already terrified that we're going to die, as in us if we go fight Derek. That was a secondary
Uh,
thing.
maybe I die. Maybe our Max dies. Wouldn't be the first time. We'll come back.
He meant us, points to self.
Well, you said personal for you, right? I mean,
True.
you dying
But no,
would
no,
be
no.
personal.
No. Personal for us is a separate thing. The thing, yeah, I already said if it was you two were going to die, and he said no.
Oh, okay. Maybe Rose dies. Bring him
That
back.
would be sad.
Maybe Colin dies. We'll bring him back. I don't know.
I don't think it was
Maybe
death.
maybe your little city town dies. We'll bring him back. I don't know. I don't know. My point is that his warning just sounds like ominous jibber jabber.
True, though it sounded more like him trying to get in more than anything, Fran. Like how you have worked your magic over the years with us.
Well, then you look him in the eye and you tell him, "Hey, your warning's jibber jabber. It's not working. You need to give me more juice. I need."
Oh yeah, he also he was kind enough to answer a few questions for us, since he was very interested in just talking. He said that yeah, the head of the cult is the emperor. We've already talked to some people of the Slag, and yeah, it's like basically they all work by guilds, but the guilds are just run by the emperor's family, so they're the cult, most likely just a direct family.
Okay, I gotta
Yeah.
put this forward because not tired brain would never say something like this.
Yes.
But are we totally wrong about this dude?
Hello?
Is he like not a bad guy? He's a bad guy, right?
Ash doesn't answer you.
We like we keep trying to kill this guy, but should we be trying to like I don't know, bring him into your harem?
I don't think there's room for anyone else in it, Bran.
Okay, hold on.
Because he may say he's okay with it, but he thinks you're a pet.
Yeah, well, just because he's a dick doesn't mean he can't be around.
That's why
I
we're.
mean, that would be he would be more out of the ordinary if he wasn't a dick.
I think our Max is a pet sometimes. It doesn't, it doesn't stop me from being around.
Well, we don't know, Bran.
Oh,
It's what we've been thinking about for
well, I'm
sure.
just
But
saying.
you're normally scared when we mention things like that.
I'm just saying. When I get some rest, I'll probably go back to trying to kill the dude. But it's worth putting forth.
That's
Right now.
why it is a good point. That's why we're very confused about him visiting and being forthcoming and helpful.
Right?
It's very confusing.
Could be
Maybe he's changed.
manipulation and tricky. Oh no, the dude totally hasn't changed. But that
Then
doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad guy, right? Like there was that time he tried to destroy the city, but like who hasn't done that?
he said he's sorry, which is more than half of this group has ever done.
That's true.
That is
Was he
true.
actually sorry, or did he just say, you know what? It doesn't matter.
No.
It's still more than half.
It's still more than just flash, but it's still more.
Yeah, yeah. See, and like, I don't know if I was in his position where I could like strike deals. Maybe I'd try to take advantage of Tailwind and then bring along some other people.
Yeah, that was definitely
to mess them
business.
up on purpose.
He does still work for the Fae. Yeah, that was Fae business.
Things were kind of rough when I worked for the Fae too. It was
Yeah. I mean, Bran, I know you're tipsy right now, but be careful of what you say. That is you're kind of falling into what he wants. But at the same time,
Maybe.
we do wonder if we don't think we'd be around anymore. We think he does have a plan that would mean we wouldn't be around anymore. But I don't think maybe he's not. He's still said there are still some things he's done better than some of you guys.
Well, duh, he's an immortal douchebag. Of course.
Yeah, no, I mean like morally. We mean like
Oh.
morally.
Well, he can say whatever he wants. That doesn't make it true.
That's true. Just like you right now.
And you know what? To be super honest, between you and me and that other person standing over there who's really blurry, I can't figure
Just
out.
getting behind the table.
Between you and me and the blurry person over there, we were party to a fireball murdering a cage of children. So the bar of moral superiority is pretty dang low.
Theon did try to kill him for doing that.
I know. Look, I'm just saying, like.
No, you're right. Our
We've been
bar is very
trying-
low, so we should really keep.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been trying to be better, right? But of course he can come in here and be like, I've done things better than you guys. Like, okay, that doesn't make you special.
No, you're right. You're right. We have to remember that we do have such a low bar that that's quite an easy thing to manipulate us on.
I know. I'm just saying, like, just because he does things better than us morally doesn't remove the fact that we're trying to do things better. And it doesn't
Yeah.
remove the fact that he's done things worse, right? So like, it's just
Well-
it's a gaslighting statement. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
just saying stuff, leaving out the whole picture so that you focus on like the one thing you want to believe, because it would be easier when it's like reality is not that simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's rough, and I'm not saying like his bad things make him a bad guy, right? Because like my bad things don't necessarily make me a bad guy. Although I think I might be a bad guy, but they don't, they don't always define you,
It's true. Also,
and they
Yes.
might not define him. The fact that he's, an immortal jackwad who's trying to manipulate you into a marriage that you're not even sure you really want. That
That's what
would
I'm
probably
thinking.
make him a bad guy.
yeah, I mean, there are
But-
3 of us.
At the same time, I have yet to meet somebody who's really close with you and isn't obsessed with you in some way. So, like, you know, credit
Our
where credit's
family.
due. I haven't met your family, so.
We don't exist in their realm anymore, so technically they don't think about us anymore.
See, there you go. So that goes back to everybody that's close with you is obsessed with you in some way. So,
Rose
you know
isn't.
what? Why not him? Well, Rose just doesn't express it the way that we do.
Kellen isn't. Points at-
I don't know if Kellen's that close with you. I don't know.
He's our best bud.
He's a pretty good dude. He's a pretty solid. I'm glad he's on our team. Where is he? I gotta.
He's hiding behind that blur. He's the one who we called when Amok was here to try and save us. Because, you know, he's so fast.
Probably a good idea to just assume Kellen's kind of like always around a little bit.
Yeah, he could literally be anywhere.
Sure.
But,
Anyway,
but Brand,
look, I'm
the,
just saying.
the sword.
The sword. Right.
Can you-
The.
Can you check on it?
Yeah. Let me take a look at this bad boy. This is a wedding present.
Yeah. It's
And-
exactly as Rose a story for something borrowed, something new.
Sure. Did he say what it was supposed to be for?
The wedding. It was a gift.
Yeah, but like, was it to
You
prepare
know,
you
like,
for the
when
bad
you
thing that was
gave
coming?
us-
or-
I don't. You know when you gave us the carving?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. But also possibly maybe it takes us right to him. One of the 2 things, probably both.
Well, let me take a look at this guy. Let me take a look at this. Oh, by the way, this is my librarian.
Hello.
They take care of my library and help me with research. Say hello,
Oh, what?
librarian.
Wait, that's a spell?
Mhm.
Is that an ability you learned, Bran?
Yeah,
Oh man, that sounds so useful.
it's very useful. Which is actually what I named my research assistant. Say hi, very useful. It's just like whooshing noises.
Just
We're gonna take a look at this sword. We're gonna run a couple of tests. Let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at this. Look at this. Looking.
Bran's like that anime character getting drunk that whenever they start moving, the anime and start moving weirdly, the music suddenly makes them go in the weirdest timing.
Yeah, I'm so tired.
You're so tired. He's a duck librarian.
Suddenly, Brand's not a sociopath.
This just turns out if we just sleep deprive Bran, he's morally
He's morally a better person.
person. We need to start a trial on what we're gonna do. Okay,
guy's
Bran,
like,
you're not
"I'm
allowed to
so
sleep
sorry."
for 18 hours.
Brand's like, okay. Later, dude. It's not just sleep deprived, right? He used the word powers.
Yeah, no, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All deprived.
Does anyone want to go like watch something? Like study quietly, but like in a group, not saying anything. Like that's Bran's way of saying want to go watch a movie.
Do you want to scroll and roll?
Also, yeah, Bran was so peak Zangief. Just because that mean you are a bad guy doesn't mean you are a bad guy. We do think maybe this opportunity we could maybe pry more information from.
Probably could. I'm looking at the sword. Me and my
Hey, what are you doing?
I guess first I'm examining it. We're gonna see if there's any like runes or sigils.
All right, roll investigation.
And then after that, I'll probably use my identification or thing.
Roll investigation.
Let's do it.
That
Hey, Bra-
advantage.
Hey, Bran, you know you've been saying how maybe he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, then what about Soul?
Wait, who? Who's
Yeah.
not a bad guy?
Well, you said that maybe a Mook isn't. What about Soul then? Is Soul not maybe a bad guy?
No, Soul's the worst.
Alright, examining the blade, it is a large claymore that is split into 3 pieces. It looks to be made of steel. It is rusted on one side, chipped on the other. It is, well, tarnished for all intents and purposes, as well as being broken. On the handle of the blade is the word, in common, Rule Breaker. Touching the blade causes it to do nothing, but you get the feeling of it crying out.
Okay. Does it
It wants
have
more.
a resonance?
It does
to-
not.
I didn't finish my sentence.
Oh, sorry.
So I guess that means it has no resonance. It's
Mm-mm.
just there's no magic. There's no like familiarity to the aura Faustians put off. There's nothing. It's just
No, nothing. It
It
you
says
just
Soul is a good guy.
you just get this feeling from it that it's crying out for something, but it's hard to tell what. It's just a feeling you get.
Anything procking on his time senses?
He hasn't used them yet.
I have time senses.
Yes,
Oh,
you
wait.
have a
Time
watch.
Yeah. Your chronomancy? Maybe you could study it with chronomancy knowledge.
There is a spell that I could use for that, which would be one of my checks. My magic right is only for spells, so that won't work for this sword. I do have my Grim Psychometry. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's use Grim Psychometry next.
Alright, put that ability in chat, please.
Bada bing.
You pull together the blade and begin to focus on your grim psychometry. You begin whispering these dark incants to pry knowledge out of the ether. And after the full 10 minutes, you get nothing from the blade.
Cool. So it's not evil. So that's good. Can confirm not evil.
Good. Good.
I'll do this next.
Do you need some water, Bran? The more magic you're using, the paler you're getting.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm fine, I just shrimp on the barbie.
Just starts.
I just bought so many different kinds of alchemical drugs. Jugs.
Chemical drugs.
Drugs! Bran? Oh god,
Bran
it
got
is a
night.
Bran.
We're
It's
gonna have
Nida.
we're gonna have so much water you don't even know.
So would that make it a homeopathic alchemical jug?
We're gonna have like 60 gallons of water. That's enough for like a small pool
A day.
or a big aquarium.
Alright, you do not detect any curse on the object.
Sweet. It's not cursed. It's not evil.
It's just longing.
Is there a way to record Bran acting this way to remember it in your game and to remember it as characters?
Quickly, get the fastest sketch artist you can.
Bran.
Okay. Then I guess the last thing I'm gonna do is gonna be like, okay, my last check I'm gonna run on this is gonna be a little dangerous. So, and Bren does some finger guns at Clash and is like, be careful.
Oh, he's Brandon.
All right, here we go.
And then Bran squares his shoulders and looks much more normal. Takes a breath that seems to center himself as he takes whatever he's got left in him to focus. And I'm going to use Temporal Eye with my target as the sword.
Oh. You scry an object not in its present but in its past. The target must be the same plane as you. It doesn't have make any saving throws, as you're not scrying on in the present, but you must succeed a DC 15 spellcasting ability check. So you need to make that spell check.
Yeah, buddy. I need to remember how to do that.
So this would basically be...
Just spell save?
Is it just...
You need to make a
Oh.
wisdom check.
Yeah, I was going to say, so wisdom is my thing. So I just make a wisdom check, right?
Yep. And it's harder depending upon how much you know of the object and how far back you're trying to see.
Any boost we can give Bran? I'm trying to think. I don't think there is.
Not for this, not really. Just make that roll.
Oh,
Bada
wow.
bing.
That's a save, not a check.
Oh, dang, you're right.
Damn it.
Bada bing!
Oh,
It's still pretty good. Alright. As you glance at this object, you can see it begin to rewind and reverse. You can see it being carried by Derek. Not Derek, damn it! We're doing that all night. You can see it being carried by a Mook for some time. Looks to be months. You can see him pondering over it, trying to piece it together. You can see him bringing it to other blacksmiths and looking on it and trying to piece it back together to no avail. The furthest memory you can get of it looks to be about 2 months. And it's him opening up a large cabinet, not a large cabinet, a large room filled with weapons. And in the center is a pedestal, and on that pedestal is the 3 parts of this blade. He leans over, looks at it, glances up. Hello, Bran. You're doing well.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Do watch over this for me. It is precious.
The sword, right? You talking about the sword?
Indeed.
Yeah, I got you, man.
And that's when the vision ends.
I can't wait for Paranoid Bran to come back and just be like, and just all of the memories come back to his brain, and he just thinks,
Bold of you to assume Bran's going to remember any of this.
"There's a good
No, the,
point."
No, the thing that's going to sober Bran up is Rose or someone's going to be like, well, Bran's really, really drugged up, so this is the best time to tell him when he's pregnant. Bran, I'm pregnant. Immediately snaps out of him.
Nice. Oh, yeah, dude. Immediately comes back.
I agree with
comes
what-
back, just veins popping.
I agree with what Rose says right now. You are totally acting like Stone Kirito.
Ah,
Sort of
nice.
online of Rich.
Nice. I like that. I'll take that. What just happened? Oh, I'm told to protect the sword. It's super precious. Cool. So Bran comes back and he's like, "Hey, all right, I just talked to him. He said
What?
you gotta protect the sword. Seemed pretty chill about it, so I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like deal with Faustian bullcrap.
Oh,
I don't think we're supposed to use it on him though. I feel like there's some other Faustian that's like involved with being like all sneaky beaky. You know what I mean? And he's like, I'm planning and plotting in the corner, and it looks like I'm the only one who knows you're there, and I can't tell anybody because of the rules. So how do I help the women and guy that I love? I'll figure out how to get this sword to work. And then he couldn't. So out of options, I guess he just left it to us because somehow our tittling about makes stuff work. So he was like, "Hey, Bran, can you protect the sword for me? It's super precious." And I was like, "Heck yeah, dude. Don't even worry about it." And then I'm pretty sure we high-fived, but I may have imagined that.
No, that's totally fair. He probably sees you as like a dude bro that he hates.
Do you think he sees me as a bro?
Yeah,
Nice.
totally.
Do you think he'd help me kill Soul?
We did kiss him, so probably yes.
Nice. Are we Eskimo bros?
That's not the right word to use.
That is technically correct, yes.
Nice. Cool. Alright, well, I'll probably go back to hating him later, but right now he seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. Jim, what? Sorry, can you repeat? What did Bran see for a sec? I know he talked to Mook.
Bran saw the blade being taken back to several other blacksmiths, with none of them being able to do anything about it. And then he saw when Amok first took it out of his collection, and Amok looked back at Bran and told him to keep an eye on the blade, that it's precious to him.
Okay.
We should break it.
It's already broken.
Dummy.
Break it again.
Baka. I'm pretty sure this blade. I don't know. Maybe we should look up the first Faustian that was killed, and I will put down 10 gold that Amok was the one who killed him, and it was with this blade. And that
I know-
Faustian was the most powerful Faustian until Amok killed them, and then he became the most powerful Faustian.
I mean, the Traveler speaks bullshit. Yeah, we all know. But he did say Amok was the most primally strongest of them. Not the smartest, but the strongest.
Yeah, primally strongest now.
Now, yeah.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
there's only
I
seven, 6 left.
I bet there was like a daddy Faustian who was like, "I'm your daddy," and Amok was like, "Screw
Mummy
you,"
Faustian.
and took the sword and stabbed him, and then it broke the sword.
It's the mum.
His
It was
name
it was a mother
Festus.
Faustian. From what we can figure out, it's probably a mother.
Okay,
The first
fine. It was
Faustian was
mommy
like fate,
Faustian.
like the queen, like the mother of fate.
Sure, yeah. Mommy Faustian was like, "Hey, come to mama," and Amok was like, "Heck no," and then stabbed her, and then the blade broke.
Now, question about that vision
Then
there.
he's more powerful than Bastion, then, which is Abgor. Abgor was more powerful.
Sure, but none of them can break the rules, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We have interfamily rules, and there's a sword here called Rule Breaker. I don't know. I'm just putting two and two together.
No, we
There
could.
are points where I'm not overthinking something.
Was Rule Breaker on it in his vision?
On the sword? Yeah, I mean, it looked like the sword.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, Rule Break is also an old reference to Kefira as well, but not just that. Like that's a passing thing.
Maybe the sword had a spirit in it, and then the spirit got taken out and came back as a fae, and then you fell in love with the fae, and now you have to go back to being a
What
sword.
if?
I don't know.
Or maybe he wants to
Which is
just.
why the sword's broken to 3 pieces, because you're broken to 3 pieces.
Oh, thank you, Brian.
I'm just saying, you and the sword can, like,
Yes,
empathize
we
with each
understand the
other.
symbology.
I'm just saying.
See, Clash, the sword is symbolic.
I'm just saying, we reforged the sword, maybe we reforge you, and maybe Rule Breaker, the person, has to wield Rule Breaker, the sword. Maybe the entropy entity is like.
That's what maybe it
Daddy
helps against.
Faustian.
He's scared of the entropy beam.
Sure, and then all we gotta do is stab it with this sword and the power of friendship.
And
We
this
are
gun I
gonna-
found.
I am so
And
tempted
I
to
found
just.
Fran pulls
I'm
out
to reforge this so that when Will comes back for the next game he can attend and we remind him of everything, he can have a slight aneurysm.
Yep. Remember, I'm still recording these, so I should definitely put this one up very soon so Brandon can.
Oh, dang. You know what? I straight up forgot that Clash was a blacksmith.
Wow.
Straight up. Brand suddenly his eyes get wide and he's like, Clash, you're a blacksmith.
He made us one, Bran. That was
What if you repair the sword? What if you mold it in your armor and then you become rule breaker? Bro. Maybe that's why he told me to take care of the sword, because it's you. And he's like, hey, take care of her for me. It's very precious. And I was like, yeah, bro. I'm gonna tear up, man.
I'm gonna get Bran some water.
And some coffee.
I'm
Just
just
someone
saying, this
just start
guy.
taking Bran by the hand and leading him to a chair.
I'm just saying, this guy loves you an awful lot, and if he was like, hey, take care of my girl. Oh, that's a lot of trust between bros, you know? You know?
Yeah, he probably loves us way more than you love us.
I mean, I got a lot of issues, probably.
Yeah.
Got a lot of issues. I don't even know how much love I'm even capable of, you know?
Yeah, it's more with you two. It's more a possessive competition because that's what you're better at possessing and experiencing.
Shoot, I am a pet. Dang, he's right, though.
Clash is completely cured of an emotional breakdown watching Bran just be so fucking chill and weird.
Frick, man. I didn't even think about it like that.
Okay, so do we tell? But what about the whole potentially not going to see Derek, and instead, maybe he said there was maybe an alternative route where we could, if we built what was on the Earth plane.
Brand's eyes
In
get
the
kind of
airplane?
wide, and he grabs Clash's arm, and he's like, you saw Derek?
He says Derek's in the storm, where we're heading.
It's sunny outside.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia, Brand.
I don't know where that is. Is
It's
this
we
Philadelphia?
don't know either. Our Maxina told us it a while ago. We're still confused.
Then don't listen to it. There's a storm in the plane of air that we're supposed to stop, though.
That's what we're saying. He's afraid of us going there
Oh, why?
because he can't get there.
He
You know
can't
when
get
you
in the storm.
you know how he saved us in the past?
Uh-huh.
He can't go. He can't save us from Derek, from that storm.
Derek's in the storm?
Yes, Brad.
In the plane of air?
Yes, Brad.
Dude, no wonder that storm sucks.
Yes, Brad.
I bet it's full of
Drink your
jumbo
tea, Brad.
crap.
Drink your tea, Brad.
Probably all like dimensional. Weird.
Yeah, but should we really? If there's a way to not go there, are we ready to fight Derek,
Yeah,
or
that's
should
so
we be
weird.
avoiding Derek? Or
I
would
mean,
we
that's
better?
a good question. Like, on one
Yeah.
hand, this guy super sucks. And, like,
Yeah.
somebody needs to, like, punch him in the mouth.
But if even a Faustian's absolutely terrified of his power, he said if he actually did kill, the only way he could kill Derek is if he quite literally used every single ounce of his power. And Amok doesn't ever say he's weak.
I mean, he could just
You
be
know
a
what,
liar.
Bran? In this
Yeah.
mood, why don't you call Amok? Maybe he'll come. You seem very reasonable. That's just completely lost their point as well.
Alright. I don't know. Maybe he'll talk to me.
Sure. You
Hey,
seem more amenable.
bro. Amok,
Catch a ride.
Catch
you
you
around,
around.
dude?
Just calling him out by name.
Yeah. Friends. Dude, I'm so tired.
So
Brand's
Will is so
number one
tired,
rule
he's
is,
acting like
never
Zach.
use names, and Brand's like,
Me-
yeah, whatever.
Meanwhile, our Maxina's over there trying to be responsible, and everybody else is
How
like,
are you
"Ah,
being
it's
you? No, you do not get to say your.
his name 3 times in the mirror.
Sure.
As,
Flash is stable enough right now to tell you that's a bad, good idea.
Has Ara
Helen is the only
Maxina,
sane person in this room right now.
has Ara Maxina heard any of this shit yet?
Sure. I'll say you come in at the tail end of all this.
Found him. Found her.
Right. Oh,
Is she
you
here?
come in just as Brand's at Clash's mirror calling Amok 3 times.
Amok Suna Moon. Amok Suna Moon.
Hey guys, what are
Amok
you doing?
Suna
What the hell?
Moon.
What in the hell is going on here?
Doing the ritual from the mummy.
I told you not to do that ritual.
He does look like. I'm now laughing that Amok looks like the actor who played the mummy.
Does Amok come in like in the Scorpion King? Just runs in real quick.
With bad CG? Yeah.
Bad CGI.
Turns out Amok was the rock we met along the way.
So,
Nothing happened.
Maxina,
Does anything happen, Matt?
Nope. Nothing happens.
How
Dang,
do we
dude.
kill Dirk?
How do we kill who?
Dirk. Derek.
Derek.
Derek, that's good.
Oh, we probably stab him.
Rip him into
Whoa.
pieces.
Well, I mean,
Find
we
his
killed-
soul.
It's not
We
really
did-
relevant. It's not like we're gonna see him anytime soon.
We
Yeah,
did
man,
kill him
we are back.
multiple.
And we're heading straight to him.
We are.
Hey, just came into the room. You guys are saying that we're going to go see Derek. What's going on?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm as confused as you are. We're gonna go see Derek.
Brand's
Yeah.
broken because of the spell.
Oh,
The sword is broken. Over there.
Yeah.
You know, we could just, Rose, Brand's brought up some good points. Maybe we should just try and call our husband back and maybe he'll just answer some questions.
hey, Clash. Is that
I already tried to call my bro. He didn't show up. He's probably busy.
Yeah, but
Yes.
he always answers our calls.
Oh, that's
Hey,
true.
Clash? What's with the sword there? Did Amok give it to you?
That seems like a weird jump in logic to make. Clash is a blacksmith. There's swords everywhere.
He has a point. Why would you assume such a thing?
Well,
I told him on the way here.
Oh, right.
mhm.
You told
Look
him.
to
Well,
Brand,
Rose has
she
been
told him
feeding
on
me
the way
things.
here.
I went to go get Maxina, remember?
Yeah, Bran went back in time and saw Amok trying to make it. That's about it.
Talk to
You
him.
know, instead of you remaking the sword, we could have Armax cast a whole bunch of spells and it might chaotically come back together. Or
Unless
turn
it's
into a
Why?
out
monster.
by fate.
Would I want Ara Maxina to touch the sword?
That's
No,
a good
no,
point.
no.
That's a good point.
Why would I want to mix Faustian and Chaos magic together?
That's a better point. What if he becomes the Faustian of chaos? Nah,
Our Maxine has just already picked up the sword and is just examining it.
No, there's no way you're going there. That Flash is in front of that sword.
I mean, can't get any worse.
Yes, it can. I love that
So-
even though Bran is zoned out, it's still no, don't let Ara Maxina do that.
My bro
So,
told me to protect the sword. It's precious. Don't touch
gonna
it.
li-
Slap.
are you gonna hold on a second here?
Smack.
I'm just a little
Smack, smack.
confused. But
No
if,
touching.
if I recall correctly, why are we doing what Amok wants us to do?
Because
he's
he's
a
always
pretty
told
cool
us the
dude.
truth.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he has.
No, he
Just-
doesn't. He tells enough of the truth.
Still more than most of the people here.
Oh,
Well,
for goodness sakes!
That is not actually true. That is not more than most of the people here.
Does it matter if he tells you more of the truth, but he only uses it to manipulate you to do what you want?
Like what you done?
All right, let
Yeah,
me
Yeah,
rephrase
okay,
that.
we get it. You're
I don't
surrounded by a bunch of people who suck.
Good job.
Yes.
None of
Sorry,
us are
Brad.
special. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations,
No.
Coach Shadow. I'm a horrible person.
Yes, you are. Bran, you're
true.
okay. Kellen, you're great. Rose,
Aww.
you're great.
I suck.
You do suck, but I love
I get it because it's literal.
you. You do suck, and you're the best at it.
I'm
Kellen,
right.
Kellen,
So-
you know you.
So again, I have to
Oh, dude,
ask,
Ellen's
why
here?
would we? Yeah, he's over
just
there.
the one who warned us about what
Yeah.
happened.
Kellen's just been sitting there quietly watching you guys disintegrate.
Dude, I was never formed, man.
You just see Kellen.
I
you just see
rolled
Kellen
into
laying
this
on
pile
the.
of dirt.
You just see Kellen laying on a chair and like reaches a thumbs up whenever he hears he's cool.
You, Kellen, when he did the finger guns, because that confused Flash, did you all of a sudden go up and give him the finger guns back?
Frick, where did you come from?
Yeah,
just-
this is what you see Kellen do.
Yeah, Kellen really is. He has given information. He was right about what he was doing with the wedding. Of course he'd tell us the truth. It's a better way to manipulate us, is it not?
Hey, what are all the gifts he's given you so far? There's the sword.
He gave us... Oh crap, what did he give us at the wedding?
He gave you a set of keys that turned into some blue flowers.
That's right. He gave us flowers, and now he's given us a sword and the ring.
And the ring.
The ring's the first thing we got.
Okay. If all of
Something
those
else,
things
nothing new.
melded into you, then that's basically you accepting it, right? But if you used all those things to make stuff for all of us, then he'd have to like accept all of us, right? Then you wouldn't be in it all by yourself, and we'd all be like, hey, guess what? You're just like the rest of us.
Oh god, it's
You-
finally happened. Bran's had an hour Maxina plan.
Kinda suck, but you're also kinda cool, and now you're part of the party. And now we have a DM NPC who follows us around everywhere.
Damn.
Our
What?
Maxina, you see Clash look at you, and then look back at Bran, and just kind of get this look of, hey, he's tired.
Oh my gosh, I'm so tired.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to get you a bed?
He's been taking news so well, it's actually scary.
There's been news.
Yeah, there's been so much news, Bran. And look who's here.
Oh, what news have you been discussing?
Amok being here
When?
He was here.
10 minutes ago.
Oh, it's
I
been
just
closer to a
missed
couple
him.
hours at this point.
Oh, okay, couple of Bran, we ran a lot of cycles. A couple hours ago, just before Kellen appeared.
I just missed him?
You did just miss him.
Dude,
Really? I wanted to talk to him.
I
He
wanted
doesn't want
play
to
a
talk to
game.
you. He
But
does
he's sick
still
of
want to
chat.
talk to Bran.
Why doesn't he want to talk to me?
Because he doesn't trust you.
What the hell is he doing? We're trying
Says
to
you-
kill him.
But
Yeah, he
apparently
said you've
not
hurt me.
so how does it feel to be the Aromax of your team?
Fuck.
Feels like every day of my life.
I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't come tonight intending to kill you.
You sure
I
laid
have
him to
a
fucking
valve.
rest.
I've got
Could have
some
given him
valve.
flowers at least.
Jeez. Hold on. There's some blue flowers around here somewhere.
No, yeah, no, he doesn't. I mean, he sees our Bran as a pet. He doesn't trust you at all. Like, he
Yeah.
sees you as pretty dangerous, even by bit. So yeah, no, he does not like your Maxine, and he doesn't Like, he seems to kind of like Bran. I don't really understand that one.
To be honest,
it-
I totally thought that was super rude to think of me as a pet, but then we talked about how my love is more about possession than it is about love, and then I was like, like my brain was like,
I mean, I think it's.
He's the
I
same.
think. I mean, I think it's just that that he doesn't like things
That you
he
broke.
can't
That
control.
you or he doesn't like that you cheated on us. That's a thing.
he cheated on you?
Alright, so he
did.
cheated on us.
Whoa. Like on a test?
No, sexually. Romantically. That's why we broke up.
Somebody had sex with Armax?
That doesn't
Yes.
sound so mean.
We're in the
Not
darkest timeline.
Not that I enjoyed it.
Timeline.
Didn't
Mhm.
even enjoy it?
No, I was pressured into it.
You were,
Roll deception.
No, you are not.
this timeline's a little brighter.
So yeah, no. So guys, Cash goes. I was just saying, guys, come over here.
What's up?
So Brand over there. Brand, go
Oh.
sit over there. Yeah. Guys, he's agreeing with anything you say right now. So if you have something really bad you need to tell him. Tell him now. He'll forget. We don't like Brand being
Bran?
used, but like,
Holy frick, guys, there's a broken sword over here.
Hey, Bran,
Yeah, what's up?
I need you to make a Faustian immunity potion.
I have been working on that for so long.
Oh, I have the ingredients.
You have the
You just need to do it.
ingredients?
you
Okay.
what?
Sure.
I do.
Yeah.
Rose, you can't just be immune to all Faustians. You have to pick one.
Nope.
You know.
Based on my research, it's more of a time period. It's a short amount of time.
You're immune to
I mean-
time or Faustians? Because that's totally different things.
Faustians for an amount of time, a very short amount of time.
Would
You
that
know-
make
Enough to
you
bite-
immune to
Enough to
time?
bite one.
Because otherwise, Nick would just be like, "Hey, your time's up."
Yeah, he can kind of fast forward your time.
Unless you're immune to Faustian time. This potion sounds
I
complicated.
mean,
Let's do it.
our shield works against his face eye. We kept him away. So it's not.
You give me the ingredients, I'll
Impossible.
make the potion, and
We
then
would pref-
I'll test it out. We'll see
We
how
would
it
pref-
works.
really. How are you going to test it? Flash is
You
just.
make it, I'll hold on to it, and we'll go from there.
You know, you realize we are going to remember what you just said, Rose.
That's okay.
It won't be.
Why is that?
Oh, it won't be.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Look, there's a broken sword over there, Bran.
Holy frick, there's a broken sword right here.
You were gonna
Sorry,
say something,
Bran.
Armaxina?
Sorry.
Brand's
Bran, you're
not
so
even pointing at the
forgetful.
claymore. It's like
Yeah,
some
no, it's-
other weapon in your workshop.
He's pointing. No, he's pointing at the tortoise I have outside, the great
Yes,
Churchill
yeah.
turtle.
There's a broken sword over here.
That's Sherbet.
Armaxina's gonna go ahead and like grab Rose while Bran is looking at the thing, and it's just gonna be like, Rose, I need you to just break this to Bran as carefully as possible. And it's just like, I need you to tell him that I'm pregnant is really, really bad. You did not repeat that.
Pregnant? Okay,
There you
so
go.
she immediately yells that.
What?
Rose?
And with
Rose has a. So what I will describe as happening is with the speed not seen before, Rose finds an Aarakocra hand strangling them.
I'm gonna. If that's what I'm gonna save it, it's at that moment Flash definitely picks up the broken part of the hilt and goes for Aramaxina. Probably
man.
probably while Brand's just standing there, accidentally blocking them, but not realizing why.
I think Brand's still standing next to the tortoise, like, what language do you
You
speak?
s-
What,
It doesn't matter. You don't speak it anyway.
what wisdom do you have?
Oh no, he's gonna get started. I'm off on one.
Tell me, wizard.
So
How is the turtle now not talking? It always talks.
Because it can read the room.
The turtle's just not saying nothing.
This is
You a
this is
cop?
Brand with the
You
turtle.
a cop?
What
You a
wisdom
camp?
do you have, Sage?
Don't be a
Wisdom
cat.
of ages.
Don't be a cop.
All right, so Armaxina is throttling Rose.
Yep.
Clichetto is going to kill Armaxina, but Brand's in the way. Kellen, you doing anything?
No, just watching everything unfold.
Okay.
Clash will eventually get Brand to go aside since he's talking to the tortoise and go to stab Maxina in the stomach. Oh, not the stomach. Shit, you have a baby there. I mean the heart.
gotta pat his shoulder and be like, "Hey, can you move?" And Brand's like, "Oh yeah,
All
sorry."
right.
Oh yeah, it's like, Brand, could you move? We need to kill Maxina.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Armaxina is going to cast a pit right
That's
underneath
smart move.
Clichetto,
That's a smart move.
All right.
which means that Clash is going to, I imagine, fall through the floor and then through that floor and just until they reach the bottom floor of the barony.
We're not in the barony. You're in my workshop.
No.
Or in
They
your-
fall into the sewer system.
Max, you know we can fly, you bitch. Just put it.
Also, roll wild magic. Please proc. Please
Oh, God.
proc.
That would be so fucking amazing. Chrome, where did you go? Fucking power saver mode.
at first,
Anytime.
I love why I love how everybody wants Rose to tell people stuff.
Yes, I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah,
She's
you
the
just-
least charismatic person in the party.
You hear from above. Kellen, you hear from above. Kellen, you can kill our Maxina now. Fully go ahead, please.
Well,
You have like a
Hold on.
-3 charisma.
Damn. I think my charisma was 16. Also, I think I actually have pretty high charisma.
And my
Our
charisma's a
Maxina-
9.
Armaxina is
Brand.
going to
You're
look at
thinking.
Kellen after hearing that and goes, Kellen, I will allow you to kill me, but first you have to let me sit you down and explain the entire situation of what has actually happened.
No one's killing anybody. Oh wait.
Yes,
teleport.
they
No,
are.
fucking got the
Yeah.
side of the
Holy
stranglehold.
frick! There's a pit right here, you guys.
Which I think
Brand, could you-
closes after a couple seconds.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh, it's
yeah,
gone.
exactly when Clash gets their light armor and flies just to get back up as it seals.
Bam!
Whoa.
You're a bud.
So, Armaxina, are you having
Gosh.
devil babies?
Armaxina just turns and grabs Bran and is like, Bran, you remember that demon I had sex with?
Not at all.
Well, guess what? I had sex with the demon and I'm pregnant with their baby.
Oh. Okay, you want me to get a frying pan?
No,
That's a fucking highbrow joke from Drunk Brand.
I love
But I'm-
how that
I'm
stumped
really-
even Armax.
but I'm
Oh,
really glad that
wow.
you're taking this really, really well because I'm really devastated by it. And he said he wore a condom, but it didn't fucking work because he's a demon.
That
How
Elemental.
And I yelled, and I
come out boiled.
how
We should-
long? How far along are you?
let's see, how long ago did we have sex?
14 days, like 20, 30 days ago.
About a month along.
All right. So who knows anything about demons or devils or
It's
whatever?
an
Oh,
elemental.
See, I do. I study demons and devils.
Matt,
Okay,
it's
how
an
long did-
elemental, isn't it?
It said it was an elemental.
No, great.
No, it
now
said
you've
it was a
changed your
devil.
mind. No,
I-
it said it was an elemental.
I said
That was a devil.
I said it was a devil.
Quickly,
Just-
looking through the past. You identify it, bro.
Brand, go to the
Can I-
past and identify for us.
Can I put my hand on Armax's belly and do grim psychometry?
Yes,
God.
Oh crap!
This is
On
the
the egg.
darkest timeline.
This is the darkest timeline.
What the fuck happened to this game?
We can see
Everything.
Hellboy.
It
Like
went,
the
it
ultimate
went
timeline
from
Hellboy.
good to great.
Well, it's gonna proc because it is evil.
Yes!
Oh my god, it's evil. For fuck's sake,
Of course it is,
Maxima.
My,
Human baby.
my
Yeah, I
devil
know.
baby.
We should eat it.
Just,
I
just
gotta
sort of
look up
stand
grim
Give
there.
it
psychometry now. How much? Oh,
Brand
no,
closes
no.
his
Grim
eyes.
psychometry. You gotta make a roll.
Yeah, I know, but Brand closes his eyes and puts his hands on Armax's belly and then just kind of leans and puts his head on it and goes, everybody, shh. I'm listening. Okay. What do I? Hold on, I gotta read it. What do I roll? A wisdom.
Wisdom check.
Heavy on the dumb.
A bada bing.
Oh, that was bad. Brand is dumb right now.
That is not enough.
I'm gonna have him
Reroll.
get that.
Fucking lucky.
No, not lucky. I can't affect him with lucky. I'm try to give
Oh,
him
Boon
that.
of Fate. Never mind. It's still just as bad. All right, so reroll.
14. Nice.
That's still not enough. I put it at 15.
You know what? I'm gonna use luck. Roll again.
Roll again. Here we go. What am I rolling? Wisdom check.
Same
Still
roll.
not enough.
Wow, this is just not. Wow, it's worse. What the
Bran, your grim psychometry keeps hitting Armaxina, and it already thinks it's already done it on Armaxina because that ability can only be used on an object once.
fuck? Why does
Wait a minute,
I'm only
hold
wait.
it.
I'm not. No, I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing multiple rolls from him.
Bend luck.
Yeah, 7. You
of
rolled 7.
Armaxina. Bend luck.
Yeah.
Give him an advantage on that roll.
Yeah, I will.
Wait, Benlock doesn't give you advantage.
Yeah, it does.
On saves, yeah.
It's not
This isn't a
safe.
save.
It-
It's a skill.
Are you
it's a
sure
check.
it's saved?
Okay. Let me double
I
check.
thought it was advantage on any roll.
No, I think it's just saves. Let's see. Bend luck. Let's see. When a creature you see makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw.
Oh, wow, it's pretty broken.
And they add a D4 to it.
So yeah.
All right, so that you wouldn't need to roll because I said it out loud. The DC. Well, wait, no, it's a 7.
No, he didn't roll again, Matt. That was from
Yeah, he
before.
didn't roll again. He rolled once, and then he rolled again for
Luck.
Rose's thing.
Were you telling? Hold on. Were you
Bran,
you-
roll wisdom
you
again.
used luck once. Did you use it on me or did you use it on Rose?
I used it on you.
Okay, so I did roll again. Did
Yeah,
You use,
they rolled a 7.
did you use bend luck or did you use the one where you reroll?
You can do both.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Boon
Okay,
of
so-
Fate only adds D10 to the roll.
Yeah.
So
So
Brand's
that's-
original roll was 13. Boon of Fate added a 1 to 14. Then you luckied, and he rolled a 7.
But then he rolled with advantage, and so he get the 23.
There is no advantage.
But it was
Yeah,
Ben.
with-
Oh, right, yeah, no, right.
No, bad luck just adds a D4.
Alright. Can we use lucky again then?
You can't lucky a lucky.
But he can roll again and try, can't he?
No, Grim Psychometry can only be used once on a target, and I'm saying, because you rolled so poorly, it's targeting Armaxina, not the baby.
Kellen, do you
So
have
that-
any abilities
well,
to boost the roll?
Hold on, wait a minute. So what you're saying is he hasn't used it on the baby.
Correct.
Correct.
So we just gotta.
So he can use it again.
Yeah, we just gotta wait on your demon baby to be born, and then I can.
There you go.
Be the daddy.
Well, I do have this, and Armaxina will take the Jawbreaker to show them what the baby is supposed to look like.
Oh, okay. So if that's still canon, you got to pay that money though.
I never unpaid that money.
All right. Well, you never got the money in the first place. All right, Bran.
I paid with crab claws.
Yeah, but
You go ethereal. Reach in, touch the baby.
Oh, we're going ethereal. Oh, wait, I can go ethereal. I'm phasing through that fucking wall.
Nah, I already went ethereal and looked in Armax. I didn't see a baby. I saw a bunch of rocks.
That's a good point.
that is a very good point.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna ethereal to go up through the ceiling.
Ta-da!
Your people need you.
We own that. Our planet needs us. They did.
To kick Armaxina's ass.
Before
Flash just
before
comes
Cliff-
out in wings, and then just sees you all with Bran with his hand over Armaxina's belly, looking like he's going to listen. He's listening for the baby to kick.
Yep.
in an eggshell.
What
He's
the
listening to the egg he kicked.
fuck is going on here?
But
You're not killing him over this? Man, you are.
over what?
Yep, that's what we thought. Okay, Armaxina, time to die. Say your last words.
Do not harm my baby.
That
We'll
is
just
not
chop
helpful.
your head off.
You have a baby?
I have a baby, and if Clash kills me, my baby will die.
Mm.
Why?
Um,
You have a
there will be nothing sustaining the production of the baby.
Are you pregnant?
With the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Harvey wants to call the game here, just so everybody can like take a minute to put their thoughts together.
I mean, I'm still gonna try and murder him with
Brand
blunt
starts
sword.
looking through his bags for a frying pan.
It's
I just,
Brand, put the frying pan away. It's gonna take 9 months for that to get there.
just gonna say,
No, it's
hey,
not.
so Bran, could you move?
You're assuming
Bran?
a lot.
Bran, Rose,
What?
Kellen, could you guys move out of the way so we can stab Armaxina?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Rose,
No.
Kelly,
Thank
could
you.
you
No thanks.
Rose, Kelly, could you protect my baby?
I have to protect the sword.
Baby?
I'm not. I'm
What
not 100% sure I want to protect.
Kellen's completely zoned out.
I'm so sorry, Kellen. Everyone's got all this weird bullshit going on, and
No, he's just kind of laying there like, whatever.
Armaxina, you're assuming that the gestation is more than a month. There's a chance that might be popping out in any second now.
Any second.
Let me see what I can do.
That's one thing.
Well, regardless, I don't want anyone eating the baby. I would like to say that we are above eating a baby.
Brand looks.
Feel
says
like
the
that's-
man who took a potato peeler to an innocent farmer that was drowning in a barrel of pickles.
He was an adult.
He was
It's
someone.
alright. Guys, I know how you can save me from not killing Armaxina for a brief time. Flash pulls out a
Hypnosis?
potion of invisibility and says, you have 4 seconds to feed this to Armaxina or we will kill him. Her. So if we can't see them, we can't be angry and want to murder them. So you got 4 seconds, Rose.
So true.
I cast darkness on you.
Right. Grab the potion.
You know, everyone apart from even Armaxina is affected by darkness, and Flash glows magically.
Yeah, but that still doesn't go through darkness.
Does it go through? What do I have? I actually have something, I think.
Actually, Bran has something that goes through this,
Sure does, buddy.
but only if he caused it.
Brand just grabbed the potion, and on his way to Armax, there was darkness, and he was like, "Oh hey, I'm holding something. Oh hey, I'm thirsty."
Okay, I'm gonna have to call the game here.
Yeah,
That's just hysterical.
Invisible.
probably good.
I'm gonna call the
Brand's
game
just
here.
gotta
Everyone's gonna need to
turn
get
in-
their stuff together.
Somehow that's going to sober him up.
Doubt it.
It won't. Although now I'm laughing thinking about Bran hearing everyone talk about him, not knowing he's not there.
All right, I'm calling the game.